Hello everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. This one's going to be very special. It's going to be specifically made for all of you who want to get better at the game. It's going to be about me also leaving a legacy behind. I know a lot of my subscribers, I know a lot of you guys are better than me, but some of you guys aren't. If you guys just want to get started playing Fortnite, competitive Fortnite, this video is going to be for you, as I specifically format this video into kind of two different parts. There's going to be 5 different sections for this video, but all of them cover 2 parts, which is mainly IGLing, fragging, and then a third, in my opinion, that exists but no one talks about: support. I'll tell you guys everything, but I just want to let you guys know there will be 5 sections, maybe even 6 sections that separate the video from like the very basics and everything that you guys need before you even hop into game, to what should you be doing once you get into an actual game, not just creative, practicing your mechanics. I'm going to tell you guys everything that you guys need to know. I hope that you guys enjoy. I will be reading off the script, otherwise I would be just a mess. But it is going to be a long video. Most of it's just going to be me yapping, but also teaching you guys, so definitely pay attention, okay? Hope you guys enjoy. Please consider liking and subscribing. Comment down below if you guys liked the video. Drop a like as well. And follow me on Twitch, where I will be streaming every single day from Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sometimes 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Who knows? Anyways, let's just get started with the video into the first section. Alright everyone, let's get this video started. Remember, this is going to be a lot of just yapping because it's more than 100+ tips and tricks and fun facts to help you guys get better at Fortnite. Some of these I even guarantee you guys have never seen before. So without further ado, let's get started within the first section, shall we? The first section is taking away any and all limitations from having a bad setup that will stop you from reaching your full potential. So if you guys don't have a good setup, you guys are definitely going to want to change that. Let's get right into it with the first tip. It doesn't matter whether you guys are 20 with money to spend or 13 like I was when I first started. You can save, you can do chores for your mom, you can do anything. Just save money, and whatever you do, don't spend your money on anything that's like a cheap gaming mouse that you guys are going to end up needing to replace later on in the future. Be patient. Trust me, you don't want to do dumb shit, especially starting out. Don't want to do that. You need good stuff. So the first thing we're going to cover is a PC. If you guys are not on PC, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you might not be able to go pro in competitive Fortnite. It's just everyone's on 0. It's not even that you can't, right? I'm sure you can still get a couple kills in pubs or maybe even ranked. But when it comes to tournaments, everyone's on 0 ping or at least 20, 15 ping. If you guys are on 25 to like 30 and you guys are on console, it does have delay, by the way. Console has a lot of delay that PC doesn't have. Plus, like, you guys are on high ping plus that delay. You don't want that. You need a PC. So tip number 2, what kind of PC? A $1,000 PC should be enough. Doesn't matter if it's pre-built. You guys are probably going to want a new one though, not a used one, as people can get away with selling you PCs that could have faulty RAM, faulty CPUs, GPUs, anything like that. If you guys don't know what any of that is, RAM is what you need to, it's the memory that you need to open up Fortnite. The CPU is the brain of the computer, is what you need. It's what will give you most of the frames, a CPU. So if you're looking for a PC, make sure it has a good CPU, not GPU. A graphics card doesn't give you all the frames necessarily unless you're on 4K and you have a 5090, you're on a 4K gaming monitor. Like, that's just not gonna help. You need a good CPU. Also forgive the eye bags, I didn't get enough sleep. A $1,000 gaming PC should suffice for Fortnite. Now, if you guys are looking to play any other games that are even heavier, you guys are probably going to want a $1,300 gaming PC, since it'll have more storage and, what did I tell you, a better CPU. There's going to be most of your games that are going to be heavier than Fortnite. Plus, not to mention, if you guys are on 1440 or 4K, you're definitely going to want to spend a little bit more on that. Even if you get a $1,000 PC and a 4K monitor, you're still going to get low frames no matter what, because 4K is extremely demanding. You need extremely good hardware. I don't even recommend you guys playing 4K. You guys don't even need it. All you guys need is the refresh rate. I play on 240 hertz, 1080p, more than enough for me. Same for you guys. But if you guys are looking for a streaming PC, then you guys are definitely gonna want, at the very least, a $1,400 gaming PC. I did my research on all of this, by the way. A $1,400 gaming PC will give you at least 32 gigs of RAM, which is exactly what you need, the minimum that you need actually, to play Fortnite and stream and record at the same time. I'm on 32 gigs of RAM. That's how I can play Fortnite, getting still, you know, at least 150 frames and record at the same time while streaming on Twitch. You definitely need those 32 gigs. You're not going to make it without them. You need them. Unless you're not going to be streaming and you're only going to be playing Fortnite and maybe recording from time to time, 16 gigs. But if you guys are going to be doing more than that, 32. Okay. So, next. Doesn't matter what you have to play PC. You can connect the controller to your PC. However, it is recommended that you guys play keyboard and mouse. That's tip number 3, okay? Just fun fact. You can play controller on your PC, but you need a PC. Okay. Tip number 4. What did I tell you guys? The monitor, right? You guys are going to want to be on at least 240 hertz. 240 hertz. It's the bare minimum these days in 2026. And a 1080p monitor. 1080p is the resolution, and 240 hertz is the refresh rate. You need a monitor that has both of those. If you guys want to get a little more techie, then you guys are going to need a monitor who has a 0.1 millisecond response time. Anything more than that, you don't want it. Okay, so that's going to be the bare minimum that you guys need for a monitor. You can get a good 1080p and 240 hertz monitor for $100 in the US, $100 US. I've seen them on TikTok Shop for like $90. You guys can find one that's good and affordable for $100. There's no excuses for that, honestly. Okay, number 5. Switching to keyboard and mouse, even if you're a controller player. So, unless you're Fran, like if you guys don't know Frantic, she's a very good Xset member. Xset is just a Fortnite team. It's filled with good players, minus Faxi. Unless you're Fran on controller. And by the way, Fran has switched to keyboard and mouse before, and she has better mechanics. The only reason she stays on controller is because of the aim. Do not stay on controller. Switch to keyboard and mouse now. You guys will not regret it. You guys are probably going to think about this in the future anyways. Might as well do it now. So keeping that in mind, tip number 7. What keyboard and mouse to get? You need a good keyboard and mouse. What did I tell you before? Don't spend your money on anything dumb that you guys will need to replace later in the future. Am I dumb? I mean cheap. A good gaming mouse is at least $100. At least. A good gaming keyboard is at least $100 as well. That's tip number 7. However, what's more important? Tip number 8. Fun fact number 8. What's more important? A good keyboard or a good mouse? If you guys have maybe $140 and you guys don't know whether to spend most of your money on a good mouse than a good keyboard, let me tell you right now, you need a better mouse. Okay, a mouse is going to be what you want to spend most of your money on. You could have a $40 keyboard and you could still be cracked. I have friends that are cracked and maybe even better than me at the game with only a $40 gaming keyboard. One of them is on a $20 membrane keyboard and they're catching up to me. So you guys don't need like the fanciest keyboard. If you guys have the money for it, yes, buy it. But you guys are going to want to spend most of your money on a mouse. So moving on to number 9. What mouse should you be buying? Now, I don't remember the type of grips that you can have on your mouse. Mine is just kind of like this. I just kind of play like this, to be honest, most of the time. But here are the only 4 gaming mouses that I can wholeheartedly endorse, okay? The only 4. Coming in at number 1 is the G Pro X2 Superlight. 100% I can wholeheartedly endorse with my whole heart. You guys should definitely buy this. Okay, if you guys are looking to buy something else that isn't the G Pro because you guys don't feel comfortable with that in your hands, then get a Razer Viper V3 Pro. Okay, however, if you want something that's a little more affordable, a flick edge is going to be your choice. I have a flick edge. This is the flick edge. I actually did a full review on this before. This is a beautiful mouse, costed only $110. The G Pro X2 Superlight is $180. The G Strike is also $180. Super Strike, and then the X2, the Viper V3 is like $160 or more. However, if you guys are looking to get something on the fancier side, you guys are gonna want to get a Final mouse. Now, Final mouses are also really good. I don't have anything against them. They're just really expensive and they look flashy and they're cool, but they're not worth it. Unless you have the money, then yes, you want to add some personality to your setup. But those are the only 4 gaming mouses that I can recommend that are actually good and that will help you guys get better. Moving on to number 10. If you guys are probably thinking right now, although I can see these mouses online, but I can't feel them. I don't know which one I should buy. I got you, bro. Go to Micro Center if you have one near you, or Best Buy. You can try them out for yourself. They have them out on display. You guys can try them out. You guys will definitely, unfortunately, not be able to try out the Flick Edge or the Fountain mouse in there, but most of these gaming mouses, you guys can, feel and see for yourself which one you want. But I recommend the G Pro. It's the one that I used to use before I bought my Flick Edge. I personally just like Flick Edge better. But yeah, you guys, I definitely recommend G Pro. It's the safest option. Almost everyone plays with that. Peterbot, literally everyone plays with that mouse. I recommend it 100%. Now, going on to fun fact number 11. What keyboard should you guys get? Now, if you guys are like on $40 or $60, get the Ola Win 40 or 60. I don't even know the name of it. Get the Ola keyboard. It's like $40 without tax on Amazon. You guys can get that and it should be fine. One of my friends has that exact keyboard and they're better than me. So, however, what did I tell you guys before? Save up your money. Be patient. Unless you guys have a tournament tomorrow and you guys are cracked and your keyboard broke and you need one tomorrow, yes, get Amazon Prime, order the Ola Win 40. You're good for tomorrow. But if you guys are actually going to be patient, then here are the only 4 keyboards that I can recommend wholeheartedly that I know you guys are going to enjoy. Number 1, Apex Pro. Now, it doesn't matter whether you guys get the Apex Pro Mini or Apex Pro TKL. I recommend the TKL. But if you guys are hardcore gamers who don't stream or record, then yeah, the Mini is probably going to be the better option for you. I have it right here. So I actually broke mine, but I have mine right here. I have the 2023 version. The W key doesn't work anymore, quite unfortunately. Don't smash your keyboard when you rage bait. The next keyboard that I'm going to recommend for you guys is the Huntsman Pro TKL or Mini. Same as I said before. You guys are hardcore into streaming and recording, TKL. Hardcore into gaming and gaming only, Mini. I have the Mini, the one that I'm using right now actually, and the one that I'm probably going to be using for the rest of this specific video. I can wholeheartedly recommend that. Another keyboard that everyone really likes is the I wrote it down for you guys. Oh, it's the Winning 60HE. It's old. It's an old keyboard. It's not that old, 2023 or 2024, but it's still decently old. All the technology in it is great. Don't get me wrong. It's exactly what you need. But for almost the same price, sorry about that. For almost the same price, you guys can get the Winning 80HE, which is a TKL version of the keyboard with even more technology and functions. It's insane. Get that one instead. I don't recommend you guys get the Winning 60HE. It's just old, too old. Get the Winning 80HE. Okay, those are the only 4 keyboards. Oh, by the way, last one but not least, this is going to be up to your guys' own risk. It's going to be the Gravistar keyboard. I have one right here. This one was $300. Beautiful keyboard, full aluminum, or I don't know how to say it, aluminum. This one's beautiful. It's the one that I use primarily. You guys will see me use this in most of my videos. I honestly just use it because it's flashy and it gets views. But if it was up to me, I'd just get an Apex Pro. Get the Apex Pro, okay? You guys can get the Gravistar if you guys want, but I recommend the Apex Pro or the Huntsman or the Winning. Okay, moving on to the next fun fact. We are I don't even know how much into the video, but whatever. Number 12. What type of headset should you guys have? As you guys can see, I have this. I have to have this because this was $5 at Ross. I had $200 DT900 headsets. Amazing brand. Ninja uses them. And I broke them, so I had to use this as a quick fix. $5 at Ross. But if you guys don't have a lot of money, for $60 you can get the HyperX headset. It's the one that Peter Bot uses. It comes included with a mic, has a good cable, good sound quality. For $60 you can't really beat it. Anything more than that, you guys will buy at your own risk. Not even at your own risk, but like, you guys can, if you guys decide to spend more money on that, it's up to you guys. But $60 should be more than enough for a headset. Oh, pro tip, don't use any coiled headsets. But what that means is don't use any headsets with this, a cable. You guys are gonna want a wireless headset. The HyperX that I just recommended you guys, I think has the cable, but it's usually long enough for you guys to not be uncomfortable while using it. But if you guys have more money to spend, get one that's wireless. Don't get one that's wired. It's too old. You guys are too old technology, and you guys are not gonna want that. Now for a mouse pad, if you guys are serious about going pro, any mouse pad over $50, it's generally good. Anything below that, it's gonna be mid. You guys are gonna like, it's gonna glide your mouse mid. $50 should be more than enough. Number 15, use glides on your mouse. That's actually a very good tip. I almost forgot about that one. If you guys notice, I have my original G Pro here with me. You guys will see the back, and what is it? What do you guys see? All black, right? All right, so you guys do not want that. You guys don't want to see this all black. This is where you could attach glides, but they're usually not good. If you guys want a mouse that already comes included with glides, one of the reasons that I got my beautiful Flick Edge is because it comes included with glides. This is what glides look like. They're usually white. You can get some that are like different colors, but they're usually white. The white ones are usually better. It will help you glide your mouse better and faster, so it'll help you guys with your aim. If you guys are buying a G Pro or a Viper V3, you guys can buy glides for like $10 at Best Buy or online, and it will guarantee a better mouse experience. There's no reason to not get them. They're insanely cheap. If you guys have any mouse, just buy glides for it. Insanely like cheap hack. Okay, moving on to number 16. What chair should you guys be using? My brother has a $500 gaming chair. I have a horrible gaming chair. This is my gaming chair. You guys don't need a crazy expensive one. I use a pillow under it for a cushion because it's really hard. It hurts my butt after streaming all 5 days in a row. But with the pillow, it doesn't hurt. So for the chair, it doesn't even matter. Just make sure that it's tall enough. Next up, with desk. Okay, you guys don't need to buy a $500 gaming desk. All you guys need is a basic white desk that is at least 5 feet long. Trust me on that. You don't want one that's any shorter than 5 feet. I have one of the desks that you would see people like renting for parties. You don't need a super crazy expensive one, just one that's at least 5 feet. Okay, mine's a little longer. Pretty cool. Moving on to fun fact number 18. What webcam should you guys be buying if you guys are thinking of buying webcam? I bought my webcam 7 years ago, 2019 or 18. 1080p 30 fps. Don't buy that shit. You can get a good webcam for $40 on TikTok Shop or Amazon. Make sure it's 4K. Don't get anything that's 1080p. Get 4K, at least 60 fps. Don't get anything that's like worse than that. $40 for 4K 60 fps. Spend the money. You don't want anything cheaper, or else the quality is gonna look like this, right? Not good. You guys see that? It's horrible quality. I actually need to invest in a webcam. I've been too lazy. Invest in webcam. Number 19. What do you need a webcam for? If you're streaming and gaming, like, you need a webcam to help you interact with your viewers. Whether you guys have it on your face or you guys have it on your keyboard and mouse like I usually do, it's called hand cam. You need it. 21. If you bought a cheap keyboard already and are looking to spend a lot of money, You just buy a good set of keycaps. This is a very great tip. If you guys have a horrible keyboard, like a $40 OLED keyboard, and it doesn't feel good, it's not the keyboard itself. All keyboards are usually kind of the same on the inside. It's the keycaps. Let me give you guys an example. The keycaps on this keyboard, if I take one out, they're extremely wide from left to right. They're wide. Okay, this is what makes the Apex Pro and Huntsman Mini great keyboards, also the ADHE, because their keycaps are wide. It helps you have better precision when moving your finger across the keyboard, whatever you guys need. You guys won't miss and accidentally press another key. Wide keycaps are amazing. I recommend that you guys buy them only from the SteelSeries website or the Huntsman website. Even if you guys don't have an Apex Pro, you guys have the OLED keyboard, buy Apex keycaps. They will guarantee you a better experience. The Gravistar keyboard, $300. However, it was meant for Valorant. It wasn't meant for Fortnite. So the keycaps on this are extremely not as wide, which is very, very bad, because you will notice that, and it will affect your Fortnite experience, especially if you depend on pressing a lot of buttons that are not just your edit button, which for me is F. For you guys, it could be F, V, G, whatever. Buy keycaps. Very nice pro tip for you guys if you guys have a cheap keyboard already and are looking to upgrade, but you don't have that much money. Okay, moving on to section number 2. Beautiful. I don't know how long I've been recording for already, but remember, this is going to be a long video. Section number 2, hacks and tips you guys can use right now for free. Number 22. One of the most important things you guys can master in any game is aim. Aim. Okay? Alright everyone, forgive me, I had to go eat. What did I just say? Aim. Tip number 23. If you feel like your aim sucks and your building and editing sucks, it's simply because you don't have a unique sensitivity specifically designed and personalized for you. This is extremely important. Let's get into a little bit more detail of this, right? 24. If you're on keyboard and mouse, you need to change your Y and X axis sensitivity. You need to change your scope sensitivity, your aim sensitivity, and building sensitivity and editing sensitivity. If you guys don't even know what I'm talking about, go into Fortnite right now, fire up Fortnite, go into your settings, and just look around your aim setting, keyboard and mouse settings. You'll see that you have all of the settings that I just mentioned. You're gonna want to play around with those and hop into creative and hop into a map that I'm actually gonna give you guys later on, and you guys can practice your aim there, mess around with those settings until you find the right one for you. This is extremely important. That was honestly basically tip number 25 as well. Just mess around with your settings and master them in creative. Absolutely master them. This is the same for controller players. I don't know how exactly it works, but I know there is sensitivity for you guys. A lot of different settings, mess around with them until you find the right ones for you. This is extremely important. Never stay with the default ones. Never, ever. I'm not on default ones. I've never been on default ones. You never want to be on default aim settings ever. 26. 26 was, you can do this on keyboard and control. 27. If you're already on PC, you can download a free aim trainer, which is a software, and can practice your aim there. It will also help with something called crosshair placement. Crosshair placement is something that you guys are going to want to be very familiarized with. So you can go into your browser right now, Google, whatever, look up aim trainer. I use the SteelSeries one because I have a SteelSeries keyboard. I download the SteelSeries website. I just use the one there. I don't even aim train that much, but if I do, SteelSeries. But okay, let's get into the crosshair stuff though. 28. If you don't know what that is, if you load into a creative map right now, you'll notice even with just your pickaxe, you have a tiny circle with a dot in the middle, or not really in the middle of your screen, but a little to the right of your Fortnite character. That is called your crosshair. So just to explain it again real quick, if you guys hop into a game, or if you guys just hop into creative and you guys have your shotgun out, say your shotgun out, and you click aim and you're aiming, right? You're zoomed in. That little thingy in the middle to the right of your character that you use to aim at people, that's called your crosshair. You have that whether you're editing or building or have your shotgun out or your AR out or pickaxe. It all looks a bit different, right? But it's still a crosshair. That's called a crosshair. 29. No matter what you're holding, whether it's your pickaxe or your gun, you will always have this circle or dot in the middle of your screen. That's your crosshair. 30. You also have this crosshair not only when holding. Okay, I explained that. Okay, 31. In order to have good building and fast editing, you'll need to be good at aiming using your crosshair. You need to be good at placing your crosshair at the right time whenever you want. So 32. This amazing ability is called crosshair placement, which you can look up in more details to know more about it. Yes, you guys can look up a separate video which explains everything that has to do with crosshair stuff. But in this video, I'm just going to give you guys a very basic explanation of what it is. Whenever you're building, you have to place your crosshair like wherever you want, and then you have to go like this, right, in game. Whenever you do that perfectly and you edit first try, that's good crosshair placement. If you guys mess up your edits and you can't, that's horrible crosshair placement. You want to get good at it. 33. However, the basics are that if you can learn to be really good at placing this crosshair exactly at the right place at the right time when you want, wherever you want to place it, you'll have good crosshair placement, which is exactly what you need to be good and fast at editing like all your favorite pros. If you notice, okay, number 34, you'll find that every pro has good crosshair placement, and I can guarantee aim train. They do aim train. I know Clicks aim trains, Peterball aim trains. They all aim train. You want to make sure that you aim train. And actually another way to aim train, number 35, for free is using, you can aim train on Fortnite, in Fortnite itself. You don't even need like and this is for all of you guys who are on console, on Xbox, like on Switch, whatever it is. You don't have a PC where you could like browse and get an aim trainer like Steel Series. There's aim trainers within Fortnite, okay, that you guys can use. So I'm actually going to give you a map right now. This is going to be number 36. I'm going to give you the map right now that you guys can use, not the app, sorry, the map right now that you guys can use to practice your crosshair placement. Let's hop. All right, everyone, so we are now in game. The map that I want to show you guys is actually in my recent. It's this one right here, Mechanics Training V5. So this is the code if you guys need it, but I don't think you guys will. You guys can just find it, Mechanics Aim Training. Just type that in the browser right here where you guys can look up stuff, and that'll be the first thing that pops up. And let's just hop right into it right now and see what it's all. All right, everyone, so this is what I'm talking about, okay? So the first thing that you guys see when you get into the map, it's gonna be all of this. I like to go into edit real quick, and I just go over here. You guys can practice your crosshair placement. There's another map. Stay tuned for that one, because I'm going to show you guys later in the video that where you guys can practice your crosshair placement and your aim and stuff like that. This is just gonna put random stuff for you to edit. All you got to do is try to do it as fast as you can and accurately. Obviously don't just like do whatever and like do dumb stuff, like see what I'm doing. You want to be nice and as fast as you can, but without missing. I see that right there. I didn't take my time with that one. And this is crosshair placement and a couple. I'm going to show you guys more maps where you guys can do this throughout the video. So I'll show you guys later. All right, everyone. So we are in the aim thing on this map, and I just want to show you guys. This is really unique, and I think you guys are gonna really enjoy this because it has so many different aim training exercises for you guys. As you guys can see, my aim isn't even all that, but you guys are gonna want to do this, all of this. There's so many for you guys to choose from. I'm actually going to show you guys a couple of these myself, but not just yet. Okay. All right, so we are back in lobby. I want to show you guys another map which you guys can also use. This one right here, aim, edit, piece, and practice right here. You guys are going to want to select this one, and I want to show you guys what this does for you guys in game. This is going to have another feature that you guys are going to want to master. It's called slow editing, which is just, if you guys don't know what free building is, free building is just practicing your mechanics in a blank canvas. You guys are going to want to do this in this map because it has a couple features that I think will be very, very useful for you guys. So we are loaded into the map right here. Let me just take a sip of this. We're here. So if we go into, I'm not sure if it's 1v1. It's not 1v1. I think it's free build actually. It is not. That's so weird. Let's just keep going into this. I don't remember this being free build. Let's go into edit. How about that? Nope, not edit. What is it? Not this one. Chat, am I tripping? This one. 1v1 in peace video. Yeah, definitely not this one. Alright everyone, so we are now, okay, sorry, let me just, alright everyone, so we are now in game. So I'm showing you guys this map because I like to do it here also, but it's set to like a certain speed, right? And you guys, I see that I can have it on slow motion. This is great for practicing my edits. As you guys can see, just triple editing, getting used to triple editing right here. It's amazing. You guys have this on free build in the other map that I just showed you guys as well, but I thought I would give you guys 2 maps where you guys can practice whatever you want. It doesn't hurt to have as many maps in your inventory as possible. Trust me, it never hurts. You guys are always going to want something like this. This is beautiful right here. I'm going to show you guys how to do this later on in the video, but this is something of my favorite mechanics to do, and this is tip number 37. Yes, number 37. Just practice, you know, slow motion, practice your aim like I just showed you guys, everything, crosshair placement. Just there's so many things that you guys can do on all of these maps. Try them all out. I promise you won't. All right, and back to the actual tips, you know, without like having like practice and all that. Moving on to tip number 38. Next tip is room temperature. A tip that I guarantee none of your favorite pros have mentioned, no one ever before has mentioned, is playing in a heated room. So you guys are always going to be able to play at your full potential when your fingers are warmed up, but a good way to speed that shit up and make sure, even if your fingers are warmed up, to edit and do everything you got to do at your full potential is to be in a like hot room, right? Now I'm not saying have it like be like super extremely duper hot, but if it's cold, you definitely don't want to have that. Number 39. This can be compared to trying to text and type in the cold weather, but it feels easy to do it in heated temperatures. So if it's too cold, you guys won't be able to text that fast. Same with this. You guys want to have a heated room that is going to help you guys edit and do everything you got to do faster. Number 40. This is a tip that guarantees better gameplay. Guaranteed. And you can do this for free no matter what you're on. PC, console, Switch, it doesn't matter. This is something they could do right now for free. No cost. 41. One more pro tip. It's actually a good thing I remembered this one. While using the last one, use a short sleeve shirt. It will help with movement and you'll feel way lighter. This is good. Now, just an extra tip though. This could kind of be considered 42. before we move on to the next section, actually, is I know that a lot of people will tell you, especially if you're on PC or anything really, right? You know that your PC and your console, they generate constant dust from all the fans inside, and you want to have something to help with that, right? You guys are gonna want to have an air duster. If you guys don't have this, buy it right now. Buy it, $20 max. Buy it. If you guys have a PC, you can just turn this bad boy on, blow all of the dust out of it. By the way, if you guys try to clean your PC or console with, like, I don't know, wet towels or whatever, you can probably break it and damage some of your components. This is the easiest way to do it without hurting your PC or console. Just do it, okay? Buy this and clean your PC or console out every month, at least every month. People will tell you every 3 months. No, every month. Trust me, you don't want that shit to build up. It's the last thing you want. If you have a $5,000 PC and it's filled with dust, it'll perform like a $1,000 PC. Trust me, you don't want that happening. At least once a month, clean that shit out with a dust filter, okay? Open up the case, dust it out. If you have a console, open it up, dust it out, screw everything back in. If you have a Switch, same, just everything. You're gonna want to use this. And I guess number 43 would be, a lot of people will tell you, oh, but you need a cold room because it'll be easy on your PC for better temperatures on your CPU and everything. Well, it does help. If you have a $5,000 gaming PC and it doesn't give you enough airflow, even in heated temps, what are you doing? You got scammed. Trust me, if your PC was worth it, then it'll be good even in heated temps. Trust me, the air that is being pushed into the PC from the fans turns cold and fresh the second that the air hits it. So trust me, it'll be fine. Don't worry about your PC or console. Playing in heated temperatures will not hurt you. And either way, it will fill up with dust. Yeah. Probably in heated temps, maybe a bit faster. But what did I just tell you? Once a month, buy the air filter. Once a month, clean it out. Easy way to take care of your stuff. Section number 3. Tweaks, FPS boosts, and networking. This is going to be a bit of a complicated section. This is going to be mostly for you guys on PC. Okay, but number 44. The very first thing you guys can do to improve your FPS on your PC is downloading your most recent game drivers. I have a 2070 Super by NVIDIA. I would hop on over to the NVIDIA website, look up game drivers, see my most recent ones. You guys can download the NVIDIA app and just do it on there and download your recent drivers. If you guys want more information on this, I recommend you guys go to a separate video. Just look up how to install the most recent game drivers on my PC. You guys might have an NVIDIA PC. You guys might have an AMD PC. Also look that up. That's actually tip number 45. Just, make sure that you know what kind of graphics card you have, because it will depend on what kind of graphics card you have. If you guys have an NVIDIA graphics card, you guys will want to download NVIDIA drivers, the most recent ones. If you guys have AMD, I think you go over to Radeon or something like that. I don't even know. You're going to want to look this up. I use NVIDIA. I have my most recent game drivers already installed. I'm good. This will automatically boost your FPS. Guaranteed. If you haven't done it, do it. Guaranteed. Next, number 46, I think. No, number 47, sorry. Okay, so this is kind of crazy, right? I'm going to go like this, right? This is all you guys need to see for now. If you guys look at the bottom of my screen and look all the way to the right, over here. So this is actually very dangerous. Sometimes you will have like a red dot or a yellow dot or like a X, whether it's yellow or red. You have to click on it immediately and it will tell you whatever problem there is on your PC. Like for example, this right here, you don't want that. This right here, you don't want that. Actions recommended. Take those actions. It'll like guarantee, if you guys have this for a long time, I guarantee you, it'll 100% crash your PC mid-game or mid-stream, and it'll lower your FPS. This is a perfect example. Oh, you guys can't even see that, bro. My bad. This is a perfect example right here. You guys see this? Actions recommended. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that, okay? You don't want that. This is terrible. This will 100% break down your PC. If it says actions recommended, take those actions. Do whatever you gotta do. Fix it. Same here. Do whatever you gotta do. Fix it. This will crash your PC. It has crashed mine before. just fix it. If you guys watch too many illegal movies on here, download like a virus thing so you guys don't get any viruses, like a virus protection thing. Just do whatever you gotta do. Don't let this happen to your PC. It'll break down all your fucking RAM, everything, your CPU. Don't let this happen to your PC. Fix it immediately right now. This makes me extremely mad. I've had this for a while. I didn't even know, and it crashed my PC like 1,000 gazillion times. Just don't have that. Just fix it right now as soon as you can, okay? Next up, I don't even know which one I'm on, like 47, 46, something like that. Okay. No, I'm on number 48. If you guys have, like, if you guys download NVIDIA, it'll automatically, like, if you guys press Alt-Z, I believe, here, I'm going to put you guys to the side right here. I'm not sure. Alt-Z. Yeah, you see this? Gallery. If you guys download NVIDIA, it'll automatically, like, have clipping software. Disable that shit. Like, every single time you get killed, or do some, like, dumb shit, it'll clip it. It'll take away gallery and stuff. It'll just, you know, highlights. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. You don't need it. If you guys really want it, then yeah, keep it, but you guys are probably not gonna want that. Delete that shit. Yep. It'll like bring down your FPS by a lot, and like you'll have no storage at all. Number 49, get a tweaking software. Get a tweaking software. I used EXM. It was pretty good. You guys can look it up. You guys download it and you put in all your information. Like, you guys got to know a little bit about your PC to put in your information, but what I like about EXM is that it'll tell you tweaks and what they do. Like, oh, this will boost your FPS. And then in the bottom, you guys will either see a warning sign or not see a warning sign. If there's a warning sign, don't activate that shit. If there isn't a warning sign, then you can activate it. It'll boost your FPS and it'll help you out. That's what I love about EXM. It'll tell you what is at risk. So if it knows that you're streaming, it'll tell you this will kind of break down your stream. Don't activate this shit. And you guys don't have to use EXM. There's so many other stuff that you guys can use. But yeah. Okay, so we're actually on 50 and it says 48 right here. So let me just 50. Okay, 50, there we go. Use performance mode on Fortnite. So if you guys go over to your Fortnite settings, I guess I can show you guys right now. Okay, I just go over to Fortnite settings right here. I go right here, I go right here, and I go right here. I'm on legacy performance. Okay, you guys want this. It'll boost your FPS automatically, 100% guaranteed. By the way, all the stuff that I said about aiming before, mouse and keyboard right here, these are my settings. You guys can use my settings. On my mouse, I have it on the lowest sensitivity possible, 800 dpi, and these are my game settings. Okay, my sensitivity settings, here they are. Here's some of my other settings that you guys are going to have either on or off. Yeah, I have this on epic and high because I just like that, but you guys can have these on. If you guys want an even bigger FPS boost, just have that shit like that. FPS on, let's see, you know, all this is gonna help you guys. Okay, so moving on to tip number 51. If you are on 4K or 1480p, don't expect much FPS with cheap $1,500 PCs or less. Also old PCs. My PC is about 6 years old. I'm on 1080p. You guys see my FPS right now? It's not stable at 240. It's not stable at 360. Don't expect too much of your PCs if they're cheap. By the way, $1,500. I know you're probably thinking that's a lot of money, but for PCs, that's cheap. Not the best quality. Don't expect that much FPS on 4K. Sorry, my brother came in. Number 52. If you're recording or streaming, expect less FPS, 100% guaranteed. Expect way less FPS if you guys are streaming or recording. It's perfectly normal. Just make sure that you guys are still stable at like 150 at least if you're on PC. Okay. So by the way, let's go into my OBS settings right now. Okay. So if I go to my OBS settings, I stream on Twitch, as you guys can see. I never really stream on YouTube. We go into my settings, go to output, and we go to streaming. This is my bitrate for streaming. It's not bad. Everybody sees my stream on good quality. I recommend this. 30,000 kbs. and then here are my other settings, right? For recording, whenever I'm recording and I'm not streaming, I use 160,000 kbps. But if you guys are streaming and recording, you're probably going to want to keep this at around, I don't know, what do you like, 45,000? It'll be okay. If you guys have an extremely cheap PC and you guys are recording, then yeah, you're going to want at least 45,000. But if you guys have a more better PC, then you guys are going to want like at least 120,000. Test it out. If your game starts crashing out, then you know you need to lower this shit, and so on. That was tip number 52. Okay, 52. Moving on to number 53. Another very underrated tip I can give you is clearing out your trash bin and storage. This will improve your FPS significantly. Yes, it will. Go to your trash bin right now on your Windows. Delete everything you don't need. Delete everything right there. Go to your storage. Free up everything you can. This will boost your FPS. Number 54. Make sure not to have any unnecessary tabs open. If you guys have YouTube and Discord and you're streaming and you're recording and you have the XDXT cam on and you guys have like, I don't know, CapCut in the background, and like your FPS will go down. Plus, your streaming will not be as good quality. Plus, your recording will not be as good quality. Delete every single tab you guys don't need. Delete every single one that you guys don't need. Number 55. Switch to performance mode in your NVIDIA control panel, which will boost your FPS. Okay, so I have this right here, right? NVIDIA control panel, because I'm on an NVIDIA graphics card. I'm just gonna pop that open right now. My bad, I realize you guys can't see. Okay, give me a second. My bad. Here's the NVIDIA control panel. Can you guys even see it? Yeah, you guys can. I have this all the way on performance. Go to adjust images settings with preview. Performance instead of quality. Performance. This will boost your FPS. It'll kind of make everything a bit, you know, like a bit maybe more laggy, but it should be fine. You gotta live with this, especially if you're on an old PC or like a cheap $1,000 PC. You don't have a fucking choice. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Everyone's coming in. That was my mom. Okay. Number 56. If you're playing Fortnite, switch to performance mode on there as well. Oh, okay, sorry, I already told you guys that one. But oh, another reason why you guys have to switch to performance mode on Fortnite, if you guys have DS, like all the other options that I showed you guys before, DirectX 12, DirectX 11, they have shadows in there. At least deactivate those. Shadows is the worst graphics setting that you guys can have turned on. It will distract you. It'll make everything look like shit. Turn shadows off. That's gonna be number 56. Turn shadows off. Turn that shit off. 57. Another very underrated trick to get a bigger FPS boost is stretched resolution. If you guys don't know how to do this, once again, go into your NVIDIA panel and then change resolution right here. You guys are gonna look for a couple more resolutions that you guys can use, but I personally enjoyed using, I don't even have mine saved anymore, it's gone. But look up what type of stretch resolution Peterbot used and use that one. It's great. I used that one, it was great. And if your recordings or streaming looks off and you guys are using OBS, just look up a video how to fix that. I did it, I fixed it, and that was it. But if you guys desperately need an FPS boost and you guys are on PC, stretched res is the only answer, right answer. That will 100% guarantee FPS boost. Now, for ping, switching to ping. For ping, obviously, it depends on your setup, but if you can, switch to Ethernet. 59. If you don't know what Ethernet is, in simple terms, it is a wired internet connection instead of your typical wireless internet connection. So it's just a cable that you guys connect from your router or modem to your PC or your console, especially if you're on PS5, Xbox. I don't think it works for Switch. It could, but I don't know. It'll be like a yellow cable. You guys probably have this lying around. Just look up at Ethernet cable, what it looks like. You guys have 100% seen this. You guys will have this if you guys have an internet connection. Let's just look for it around your house. You guys will find it, connect it to your stuff. You'll have Ethernet. Now, 60. This will not give you zero ping. However, it will make your ping super stable at 20 to 30 ping, and you will rarely ever see any ping bugs or drops again. So that's why Ethernet is very important. It won't guarantee, if you guys hear people say, oh, 0 ping, it's not going to give you 0 ping unless you're extremely close to your game servers. Mine's in Oregon, I'm in LA. See how that works. Okay, number 61. Another tip I can give you is a little more on the complicated side. You have to go into your computer settings, click network. I'm going to show you guys this right now, okay? So you guys are going to want to go into your settings. Just look up this and look up settings. Like I'm doing so right now. Settings right here. Go to network and internet. Go to advanced network settings. I'm on Ethernet. So this is enabled, okay? Disable Wi-Fi. Disable Bluetooth if you guys aren't using Bluetooth. And that is going to be tip number 61. Now, tip number 62, or actually part of tip number 61, honestly. You go to your advanced, data usage. You guys will see all of this. Go all the way to the bottom, and reset it. Yes. This won't delete anything. It won't mess with your stuff. It'll just reprioritize your game stuff and your Twitch stuff. Guaranteed will help you with your internet. It will make your ping a bit more stable. See, mine's stable at 21 right here. It's usually at 30. You guys can already see that trick being put to work. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Guaranteed for better internet. For the second to last tip, number 62, is if you're on console or maybe even on PC and you're on Ethernet, you're going to want to go into your network settings and switch to the highest gigahertz, whether it's 2.4 or 5. Works for Wi-Fi and Ethernet. If you guys are on console, you guys are Ethernet, you guys have 5 gigahertz of internet, and you guys are still on 2.4, that's another reason your thing will be extremely delayed. If you're on PC, I think you can still fix this. I won't show you guys right now, it's too much. But you guys can look up a video on how to do that. How to switch from 2.4 to 5 gigahertz. Okay? You're gonna want to do that in your settings. 63. Although this won't guarantee you 0 ping, it'll guarantee 20, 30 ping and stable ping. However, the only guaranteed way to get as close to 0 as possible, 0 ping, is being as close as possible to your servers. If you guys are on West servers, it's gonna be in Oregon. If you guys are on Central servers, it's gonna be in Texas. I don't know where exactly in Texas, but in Texas, right? Obviously. So that's how to get better internet, FPS boost, tweaks, everything like that. Section number 4. Now we jump into actual game and show you guys some mechanics and everything that you guys will need later on. Let's switch to end game like we did before. Hello everyone, it is now the next day and we are in game. We are in section 4. We're going to jump into actual game and show you guys some mechanics. So fire up this map right here. I'm going to give you guys all the details to it. Few details. This is the map code. You guys have probably seen this before. Put it on private and ready up. So jump into that, right? And as you're doing it, I'm going to give you some time to do it. I'm going to explain to you guys what the game plan is going to be, give you guys some tips and tricks, all of that. So we left off at number 61. I think we're a little over halfway done with the video. Now that we're all good and set up with good internet, good ping, good Wi-Fi, good FPS, and a good setup, or at least an upgrade with any of the previously mentioned categories, we jump into game and learn everything we need to know about Fortnite, competitive Fortnite mechanics, and which role you're interested in or is better suited for you. No matter what, I guarantee you get better by the time that you're done with this video, or at least learn what to do to get better at the game. 62, here's the game plan. I'll tell you what all these Fortnite terms mean. I'll teach you more Fortnite terms. I'll help you decide what kind of fighter you want to be and show you all basic mechanics, and you should be able to learn how to do them, which is, gonna be the basics, and which mechanics to focus on based on your role of choice. 63. First thing we want to establish is what your role is going to be and your goal going into a creative map, and warm up and practice and sharpening and honing your skills. 64. The first thing we're going to identify is what kind of player do you want to be? A fragger or an IGL or support for your better duo. If you have never heard of these roles, let me explain it to you. In duos, there are two types of roles, the IGL and the Fragger. The Fragger is usually the better fighter and one with the best ping and FPS to help always win fights. This person is dedicated to following the IGL's orders and getting kills while staying safe without dying to help IGL secure the win. 66. The IGL is usually the smarter person and the brains of the team. He decides where to land, where and how to loot, game plan throughout the entire mid and end game, decides what fights to take and which to leave, makes sure to keep his teammate alive, and is always looking to secure the win or placement points. Number 67. Deciding which is going to be which is going to be a bit tricky. The person that is smarter and thinks less of getting kills and more of securing the win or at least placement points should be the IGL. And the one that's always better and is better at fighting with better ping should be the Fragger. 66. Fun fact, now this is the tricky part, right? What if the better player is also the smarter one? This is where you would play support, a role that I think is existing in many duos, but no one can identify and no one knows how to master. So if you're the one that's better and smarter, you'd be the IGL. If you're not, then you'd be the support. 69. Support, in my opinion, is all about following your IGL's orders, looting and farming and helping your IGL in any way you can, always being looted up with mats and good loot so you can help your IGL mid-game and end-game, learning how to play so you can help and always be support and not drag them down instead. Learning how to help your IGL is learning when pushing and fighting based on your IGL's fighting style, so you can complement his style and work together perfectly to secure the kills and staying alive. Also, if you're wondering, if I'm not even that good at building, I'm not going to be doing much of anything, why do I need to loot up? If your IGL is ever short on any materials or loot, then that's where you come in and give them everything you have. 70. As a pro tip, I'd like to recommend what streamers and pro fighters to watch depending on what you're trying to improve in your dedicated role. 71. For IGLs, watch Kanata, Peterbot, Mr. Savage, Acorn, Rapid, Veniak, Queasy, Darm, Yamzo, Booga, Higgs, Sphinx, Ritual, and Rise. 72. For fraggers, I recommend watching Peterbot, Boyle, Bolts, Josh Riley, Kanata, again, Coyote, Cold, Muzz, Canary, Clicks, Agers, Cooper, Mongrel, and Shark. And 73. Any and all other fighters to watch for fun and still to learn from, I recommend, are Exet, which is a clan or something, Ninja, because why not, he's super funny, Fran, Somerset, Endpen, Zen, and Kanata. Again, Kanata is the most beginner friendly pro, so start with Kanata no matter what. 74. Now that we have established what kind of fighter we want to be based on our skills and teammate, let's jump into some creative and work on some mechanics. 75. Alrighty, the first thing we're going to go over for mechanics is extremely basic when fighting: tarping and basing. Okay, tarping and basing. 76. To do this, you need to know and memorize your binds over and over again. You will first place a floor or a cone, followed by walls, starting left, going right, building 3 walls in front of you, 1 left and front and right, and keep moving forward without stopping and bumping into the wall in front of you. Just edit the wall in front of you and repeat right after you edit and place another floor or cone. Cone is recommended though, and start this over and over again until you can do this either straight or around you. So let's jump into game and show you guys what I'm talking about, shall we? So I'm gonna put that right there, around right there actually. So we died. Okay, that's fine. It's so laggy. It's alright. It's because I'm recording. What did I tell you guys before, right? If you're recording and playing, it's gonna be a bit laggier, and your FPS is gonna go to shit, or at least down. So we're in this map. It's private. We just go down there, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay. 77. If you do this straight, you're tarping, meaning you're rotating into zone safely without getting sprayed or shot at. 78. Rotating means moving to safety inside zone, and getting sprayed refers to people shooting at you as you're trying to move to safety. 79. Tarping is an IGL thing to do as he's leading the team into safety while making sure they don't get sprayed. 80. This is vital and will want to do it mostly on dead side, which is left and right, not up and down. 81. However, if you do this technique around you instead, in front of you, it's spacing. Okay, so we're gonna go everything that we just said. So tarping is gonna be this, okay? So what did I say? Placing a cone or floor. I'm gonna go with cone though, practice with cone. Starting left, you're gonna go, or in front of you, you're gonna go like this and cone, right? And you're gonna edit the one in front of you, and you're gonna keep doing this continuously without stop, okay? So I'm actually doing this into zone. As you guys can see, we were pretty much to the right side of zone, and we tarp all the way to the other side because we think that we're gonna pull zone, right? So that is tarping. Congrats, you now know what tarping is. Now, once we're done tarping, what do? We don't just stay here, we base, which is just building boxes but around you instead of just in front. So one right here and one right here. Sorry, right here. And this is actually great because this is what's going to keep you safe. This is your sanctuary and your home. This is going to be, you know, basing, okay? What am I saying? 82. You know when to base when it's mid or end game and you found a safe zone you want to stay in for a while. This makes sure you're safe and the walls around you are all yours to edit and not other people's. So as you guys can see, we now pulled, right? So we're good. We base over there. We can base over here if you want. We can just, you know, go like this, and we can edit this like this, and then look at this. Beautiful, right? We can see what others are doing, spy on them. You know, if we see that one got lasered, which just means that they got sprayed, we just spray them back and get the kill, right? And we can just reset that. So that's you know, beautiful. This is basing and tarping, okay? It's gonna be the very basics. You're gonna, you know, if someone were to shoot at you, say I'm rotating, right? I'm not even, oh, I just died to fall damage. So yes, this is gonna be the IGL's job, okay? It's gonna be the IGL's job to base and to tarp, okay? This is all gonna be the IGL. So what am I saying? So say we land outside of zone, right? We're outside. We're rotating, but we're not basing. If someone starts shooting at me, what do? The first thing I do, I box up and I make space around me, okay? Making space is super important. Okay, I kind of messed up, but you guys see what I'm saying, right? We just based and we have so much room to work with. Our fragger should be with us. So if he's fighting, all of these walls are his. And he can even build more walls. Full box. And dead, right? So we helped the fragger secure the kill by making everything ours so that we can edit it and not the teammate and not the enemy. Okay, so now you guys see this, right? We kind of want to get a little bit of height. That's fine. We just tarp, and so you guys see zone, right? This is what I'm talking about. Dead side, what I said before. Dead side is going to be left and right. Anything else, which is the top, bottom, and middle, are very dangerous places to be. You always want to be around here or around here. You always want to be there. So right now, where are we? We're literally at the top of the circle, right? We want to rotate that way. We're going to go back into the tarping that we already made. And we're just going to use tarp. We're in the middle. We're going bottom kind of, so we're just gonna switch, right? This is gonna be the IGL's job, and we just rotated very safely. We kept our fragger safe. Everything's ours to edit. We can, you know, if we see anyone that's about to die, we just fry them, and that's gonna be very basics, right? And then we're done tarping, so we're just gonna base around here because we were going to be here for a little bit of a while. Oh, and then we just pulled, so we use all of our old builds to rotate over there. Probably going to want to save some of these. So you guys, if you guys have whites, you guys can go into storm. We're going to go over there. We're just going to go safely. This is kind of tarping as well, just going like this. we want to be in zone, right? So we can do this early, go over here, we can just base, and we have whites, so we're perfectly calm here basing, you know. We tarped all the way over here, and now since we're here, we're gonna base. Okay, so we're gonna go this way, and we're out of builds, so we're safe though. You guys see that? That's basing and tarping. Those are the very basics. If you guys have whites, you guys can absolutely do this. And while you're here, you can just fry people who are coming in, who took too long, and you guys are safe. Okay, next one. Making space in the box with the 2x2 and 4x4 so you don't die. This is another reason to do 2x2s and 2x4s. Okay, so we're out of mats. We're out of mats. But basically, okay, we're just gonna die to show you guys what I'm talking about. A 2x2, 2 times 2, what is that? 4. So that would be building 4 boxes around you like I did before when I showed you guys basing. However, me personally, when I work with my duos, I like to do 2x2 as if just 2 boxes, and then a 4x4, 4 boxes. Even though 4 times 4 would technically be 8, which some others could translate into doing 8 boxes around you. That's too much. You never need to do that many boxes around you. I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm talking about right now though. You know, make it very nice and clear where it's gonna land. We're not even gonna bait, like try to get into zone or anything. I'm just teaching you guys, right? So a 2x2 is usually this. This is usually a 2x2. This is usually a 2x2, okay? But for me, I like to define my 2x2s as only 2 boxes, like this. This is gonna be especially good if you're solo and you don't want to waste that much mats. This is good for you guys, right? A 2x2 right here is good. 4x4 for me personally would be this, right? So you guys can just work on the definition of the terms with your duo, and you know, make sure that you guys understand each other, what's going on, what you guys mean by 2x2, 4x4, everything like that. But whenever you're getting shot at, you want space around you. That's when you would build a 4x4. But if you're not getting shot at, you're solo, and you're only, you know, tarping or basing, you want to do a 2x2. Make sure that you don't waste that many mats. Okay, we are now officially done with the basics. Let's hop into another creative map and show you guys all the actual mechanics. Let's hop right into it. Alright everyone, we are back in lobby, and the map that we're going to be going into is this one, Mechanics Training B5. I showed you guys this map before. We're going to hop back into it again, and I'm just going to show you guys all the other ones. So we are on 85, and I'm going to show you guys so many mechanics. It's so much to do. It's going to be absolutely crazy, so definitely pay attention for this part. I think it's going to be the one that you guys are most interested in. Okay, most interested in. So what to actually do once you're in a box to get better at the game. So very first thing we're going to do is hop into aim. You guys can go into free build. I'm just going to show you guys real quick what I was talking about before. You guys can change the speed so that you guys can practice, you know, all your edits like trip editing, quad editing, right? Okay, I didn't really get that. I didn't really get that one either. There we go. So you guys can do that, and then, you know, it'll be cool. Let's see, speed that shit up. So we're at 100, and yeah. So this is what's gonna help, right? So we're gonna go back into the thing, and now we're gonna hop straight into tip number 85, peanut butter editing. So this is, we're gonna go into aim, we're gonna click wall replace, and we're just gonna start it. So we jump into this beautiful box right here, and we're just gonna, you know, make this wall ours, and this is what we're gonna practice. Okay, I'm just gonna destroy this, right? What you guys are gonna want to do is always place a cone right here, okay, before they place it for you. This is also gonna help with any right hand angle piece that I will show you guys later on. But for now, peanut butter 85. Peanut butter, what is a peanut butter edit? It's the one that you guys see mostly. Okay, you're gonna edit this right here. You guys are gonna hide behind this and shoot your opponent. That is going to be a peanut butter edit. Okay, so this is why crosshair placement is so important, because by doing crosshair placement you can do this really fast. I missed on purpose, by the way, so that I don't kill the bot and jump into another scenario. If you kill the bot, you jump into another scenario. I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're just going to do this and jump into another one. Okay, So what did I tell you guys? Cone box, so that you guys anything can, you know, edit that. Oh, okay, I didn't even do it right, but making that 1 hour. So that was peanut butter. 86. Reverse peanut butter. So this is gonna work. What is a peanut butter? This is gonna be a reverse. So as you guys can see, so in order to make this work, you guys need to be backed up against the cone a little bit, and you're gonna be able to spot your opponent's legs, but they won't be able to see you. Okay, this is them. They can only see this, right? But you over here can see them, especially if they're moving this way. You guys are gonna want to make this, and this is so underrated. This is a beautiful peek. You guys are never gonna want to do it that way. Okay, it always has to do like this. Sorry, like this. Okay, you guys are always gonna want to do it like this. So this spot is like moving so much. But yeah, that's what you guys are gonna want to do. Okay, that's 86, reverse peanut butter. 87, window. So this is another one that you guys are gonna see a lot of people do most of the time, right? And you never want to do this like this. Never, ever. By the way, I'm not sure if I explained right hand peaks before, but right hand peak, what? You guys know the crosshair, right? Where is it? On the right of my character. If we go like this, sorry, not like that. I can't see them, right? I can't shoot at them. Look, I'm trying to shoot at them. But on the other hand, they can shoot me. So we want to create that, but for them. So how do we create that for them? Doing it on the right side for us. Very underrated. Not even underrated. This is actually the most overrated one, to be honest, probably out of the whole collection. By the way, you're never going to want to do the peanut butter edit like this. I know I just did it, but you never want to do it like that. You always want to do it safely. Like that, right? So you guys can do this with the ramp as well. What did I just say, right? 86, 85, and 87 already being put to work. You guys are always going to want the right hand ankle peak. Always, no matter what. 88, double window. So this is a trick that I saw Shark use. Okay, you have the wall, you retake it. Say what, this is probably how he used it. So you guys go like this, right? And what do? They go the other way, right? Look at the bot, he's trying to go the other way. You literally, just like, since he's going that way, you're making him think that you're gonna shoot him like this. Just edit it like this and kill him. Okay, so you go like this, surprise him, and then reset. So the bot's going that way. I just missed. This is a great trick. This is a great type of, like, you know, way to get your enemy. Very amazing. That's gonna be number 88. Double window. 89, fake peanut butter, then window. Okay, so this is actually Naric's. If you guys don't know, Crazy Gamer Duo, he's a really great guy. Another one of the things that he used is he goes like this, right? What are they expecting? Me to go like this? So then they usually kind of hide behind this, right? They usually go like this. You have to very quickly, okay, so I messed it up. You have to very quickly do that and you get them. This works. This works every time. Almost every time, at least. It's beautiful. That's going to be the fake peanut butter. Okay, next one is going to be 90. One edit to never do. Okay, so what edit to never do? You never want to do this. This is called a wide open edit. You never want to do this. It's never useful for anything. You don't get any peaks, right? You don't get any peaks. So say like this, I get the peak, they barely shoot me, right? But if I get it like this, like for example like this, right? I can shoot them and they can't shoot me, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful edit. But if I go like this, then I can shoot them, but then they can also shoot me. So you never want to do any type of edit like that. It's too risky. You never want to do this, okay? 91, full above window. Okay, so this is one that I really like doing. By the way, you can retake the wall like this once it's one shot. This is one that I really enjoy doing. I just go like this, right? And then I just go like that. So you go like that, you shoot them, and you get it over with. But you have to do something else first though. So you just say, I'm just fighting this guy. He's one shot, and there we go. Just makes it really easy for me to aim at them. You're gonna want to do this whenever they're 1 HP. I accidentally did the wide open edit. That one that I told you guys never to do. Never do that shit. Never ever do it. Never ever, okay? And then another trick is you guys can, you know, just go like this so that you guys don't get full boxed. You guys can always get out. Just, okay, those are gonna be the tricks that I show you guys. Next one, 92. Staircase peek. So a lot of people like doing this. This is a Kanata thing to do actually. So I'm just gonna demonstrate like this. So usually you go like this and you place that right there, and then you just go like this. This is perfect for you guys who are doing 1v1 realistics, which I will be showing you guys probably later on in the video. Beautiful trick. The one that I like doing though, the one that's easier for me, okay, so I just kind of messed it up, but you just go very easy, and you just very easy, extremely easy to do. So I just messed up because this map is weird. It doesn't let you do anything like outside of the box. You can't really build around. So if I go right, you guys see that right there already? It's not letting me. But that's how it works, okay? You just, so I'm kind of lagging, but very easy to do if you guys don't want to do the staircase one. Another one that's really easy to do is that one. Very easy. That's going to be 93 as well. 94, how to retake wall safely. Very important, right? So if this is their wall, a lot of people will see this, right? You will see this a lot of the times, especially Kanata doing it. You go one pickaxe and then take your shotgun out immediately, and then you just take it, right? That's gonna be the safest way to do it. However, if you guys are boxed up and you guys have no space, for example, me right now, right? I'm boxed up, I have no space, and I want to take the wall, but I can't, right? So the one thing that you're gonna want to do is, why you always place a cone, right? You have this edit. You go like this. Say that there's a wall right here. They can't shoot you, right? And you're actually gonna want to do this on the other side so that they don't have the right hand peek on you. Okay. So you're gonna want to do it like this, and you just start spraying, right hand peek always, and that's how you retake the wall, okay? That's how you retake a wall safely, and then you can just, right? Very easy, very beautiful. How to retake walls safely. Okay, now how to retake walls and ramps up safely. Okay, so I think that this is gonna be 95. I think this is take walls and ramps up safely. I think this is this, okay? So we're just gonna go into build right here, and I think what I'm trying to show you guys is this. So if you guys are going up and you guys want to do a retake, but you don't want them to shoot you, you just, I just messed up. You just go like this, okay? So how it works, if you go one ramp, walls all around like this, ramp, walls again, and you just edit that. And you know, it doesn't have to be totally perfect, but, and you guys can see I just did a retake completely safe without taking any damage of them shooting at me. So from their POV, they're gonna be trying to shoot you, but you're gonna be right there. You guys see that? You're gonna be right there. So they won't be able, even if they're shooting, they won't be able to get you and touch you at all. You're gonna be retaking that, be retaking all of that so easily, so safely. Definitely one trick that you guys are gonna want to have up your sleeve all the time. 96. How to edit staircase right to give damage and not take any when they're in your box. Very excellent question. So say that they're in your box, right? And they destroy the cone or something, and you guys have or for some reason you guys just have a ramp. A lot of people say the opponent is right here behind, like right here. Say that he's right here, right? Here on the other side, he's right here. A lot of people will do this. A lot of people will do this. And then you just go like this. This is bad because they can still shoot you from that angle. So what you're gonna want to do is, especially if they're right here, you're gonna want to do this instead. Sorry, messed up. right hand, you have a right hand angle on them, but they don't have it on you. And you guys see that? Very easy, very beautiful. This is the only right way to do it, okay? Now you guys will see me do this a lot of time. This is called the Mongol Classic, right? Where you shoot them. The Mongol Classic was good back then. You guys will see me do this a lot because I'm still like an OG and it's what I'm used to doing. But I need to get used to doing the trick that I just showed you guys. So it would kind of look like that, right? I messed it up already. This is the one that you guys are going to practice all of the time. Okay, this is the only right one to do. Now, 97, I believe. Be aware of the delay when switching between a shotgun and another gun, or switching from builds to shotgun. So this is very good, right? So say that you guys are like this. You guys see how it didn't shoot? The first time it does, and then the second time it doesn't until way after. Keep in mind that you will always have delay. You don't want to edit that fast. You go 1. Always wait for it. You guys see that? I did it too fast that time. It didn't shoot. So keep that in mind when we're doing these edits, okay? Even if you can edit extremely fast, the gun has delay, so you're going to want to keep that in mind to stay safe. 97, no, that was 97. 98, how to height retake. Height retake. Okay, so this is one that I've seen a lot of people do. Now this is the only one that I know how to do personally. But you're going to want to go like this. Okay, I just messed it up. You're going to want to go like this. And just go like this, okay? So you're going to do 1. Edit that. Sprints. Okay, I just messed it up. Sorry about that. I'm not very familiarized with this one. Jump, and then you just go like this, and you just retake. Very easy. Very easy retake. 99. How to win most of your overall fights. Stay on high ground. Very true. Especially, for example, I fight one of my duos named Eric. He's insane. Sometimes the only way I can win fights is just by staying on height and just spraying. He's going up to me, make sure everything's mine. I edit, kill him, right? Or he's taking my wall. He is on better ping than me. He's on 5 ping. I'm on 30 ping. He's taking my walls. All I gotta do is pre-fire. So he's taking my walls, and I pre-fire. Right? Did I even cover that somewhere around here? I don't think I put that in anywhere in here, but there's a way that you can practice your pre-fire. I think over here, pre-fire practice right here. So you just gotta am I tripping? You go to comp, you go to pre-fire practice, start, and you guys see that? Pre-fire practice. What are they? Beautiful. Pre-fire practice. That is going to be number 101, okay? No, sorry, that's gonna be number 100, pre-fire. So now we're gonna move on to 101, box fights overall. Box fights overall, right? So I'm just gonna play a little bit of footage of me doing box fights, and you guys are gonna wanna learn from that overall, okay? So I'm gonna put it on right. All right, everyone. This is the map that we're gonna do right here, 1v1, right here, view details. This is the map, and let's play. All right, everyone, we are in game, and we're about to 1v1 this kid and see what it's all about, you know. So I'm gonna teach you guys exactly what I taught. We're gonna play this exactly how I taught you guys to play it. So doing smart edits only. Whoa. That was very dumb of me. My shotgun didn't shoot. Okay, that was okay. It's all good, chat. You guys see that? My shotgun didn't shoot. What did I say before? Keep in mind the delay. But this is actually crazy delay though. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. What? How did I hit him, bro? Do you guys see that? I hit him through the thing. I'm not hacking, by the way, obviously. Whoa. 150. His aim just kind of sucks. What did I say before, though? Oh, my thing didn't reset. Bro. And now I just can't. Oh, I'm out of ammo. That could have been really bad. He had a right hand angle peek. That was not good. No, you guys see that? Okay. GG's. So just to put everything into... Bro, are we serious? Into perspective. And clip. It's crazy. Imagine getting clipped. No, are we serious? No! I couldn't. GG. So don't make dumb stuff like that. Like, don't do, sorry. Dumb stuff like that. 200! Holy shit, get clipped. Whoa, now I'm getting clipped. No, and it didn't reset, chat. Okay, so it's kind of like... What? He kind of went through the wall there. And now my thing won't like work. 200! Oh my gosh, we're just taking turns clipping ourselves. That's crazy. Let's go, chat. We're crazy. We're moving like prime Peterborough right now. Bro, and of course this thing just doesn't work. Alright. Interesting. I was gonna low-key not do that, but then I was like, you know what? This guy's playing pretty weird, so we're just gonna... What's he doing? We're just gonna full heal. Did we even hit him this game? Okay, I guess not. It's fine though. I thought it was gonna hit him 200. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. And he just sprays, full sprays. Alright, I guess it's fine. We're about to win it anyways. Alright, GG's. What do we learn? Don't do dumb shit like me, right? Don't do any type of stupid edits. Okay, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little section of the video. Let's hop on over to 1v1 realistics. Alright everyone, it is 3:58. I'm recording. We're doing the clicks map, clicks 1v1. Just to give you guys another example, if you guys are like, I don't want to do 1v1 realistics, speed realistics, it's fine. We'll just do this. Well, no one's in here, bro. Clicks 1v1s. So usually there's people here, right? And you just grab your guns. And you just grab an AR. Whatever. I don't even care which one. So this is another way to do it, right? The way that I like to start them is just one ramp and then just speed. Okay, I messed up because I was trying to do it slow. You go like this. That's nice. And you just kind of go like that, okay? So that's what I like to do personally when I start 1v1s. Is I like to 1, 2. I'm out of sprint, bro. Doesn't even matter. Okay, perfect. Show you guys what I do right now. You guys can just jump it just to play it safe. So this guy's edit coursing me. Full edit coursing me. It's crazy. I can't even. Oh, that side jump was terrible. What just happened? That was weird, even for me. Alright. So that's weird. This guy full boxes. So the right hand peaks on this guy is crazy. Remember 1, 2. Crack. What is he doing? Am I I'm missing something. Bro, what? What? I keep missing everything. Okay, bro. Okay, this guy is just... What the fuck is going on? Right, save height retake or whatever. For height. This guy's over here now. And dead. So that's what you guys are gonna want to keep doing. Just, bro, what are we doing? Making me run out of sprint. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. Making me run out of sprint. My fucking crosshair placement messed up right there. This guy's being weird. This guy's being super weird. All that edit coursing and he can't win fairly. It's crazy. Get the fuck out of my game. He just can't do anything. He's just playing it stupid. He's being weird. Don't play with kids that are like that. For sure. Yeah, we're just gonna do one more for the fun of it. Alright, so I'm full boxed. Not anymore. Just height. Just stay on height, bro. This is literally what Clicks does. If you guys see his newest video, he's gonna be winning every single member of the XZ team. All he does is stay on height. Little shitter. He's playing it weird. Doesn't even matter. He has a right hand peek. I let him have that free shot. Crazy. Not intentionally, by the way. That was very dumb of me. What did I tell you guys before, right? What did I tell you guys before? Don't do stupid stuff. Okay, we're gonna go back to lobby though. That's enough of that. That's another thing that you guys can do to stay to practice, just to like, oh, what do I do when someone's rushing me when I want to rush someone in game? Start building up. That's what everybody does. Just build fight. And moving on to the next section or part of the video, sorry. Hello everyone, welcome back. We are now in section number 5. This is where the game plan is going to be made, okay? This is making a game plan to secure the win. Arguably some of the most important things that you guys can have to win your actual tournaments, not just mechanics, right? Matter of fact, I know people that are not pro players at all whatsoever, yet they still place well in tournaments just because they have an excellent game plan. They don't just camp it, they surprisingly know what they're doing. And I decided to take a little bit of that into this video, because what if you guys were able to make the game plan and have the mechanics? Then you guys would be, you know, tier 1 pros, right? Or at least tier 3. That's what would make you a pro. Having the game plan, being good in game, transferring your good mechanics into game, and not just having good mechanics or not just having a good game plan if you're gonna camp it. Over here. So section number 5, making a game plan to secure the win. 107. Making a game plan. But what is a game plan? It's the IGL's job to study the map and choose a drop spot. This is where you're going to be landing in every single one of your games. Maybe you have multiple drop spots depending on how the battle bus is, you know, going into the map. Or maybe you guys only have one good drop spot. Either way, you guys need a drop spot. And this is where this is going to come in, right? That's the number one thing that you guys need to have, a drop spot. 108. This drop spot plan should include where to land exactly, where all the loot is to loot nice and easy, and what to farm for mats, what to farm for heals, and when off spawn, right? Just do good in early game. So early game is going to be the first 2 to 5 minutes of the game. This is where you guys are going to want to, you know, loot up really well. So as an IGL, you need to get a drop spot. You got to know everything about that drop spot. You got to know exactly where all of the loot is like every single chest, every single shotgun. You got to know where everything is. You got to know what is the best stuff to farm for mats, like what will give you mats the easiest and fastest once you guys land in your drop spot. You guys need to know everything about that drop spot. IGL, this is where you come in. This is your time to shine. This is what's going to help you guys early game. 109. This is a vital and important, well, honestly, every tip in this video is important, but this is important because it'll help you win fights off spawn, which means if other people land with you or land sooner than you, you know where to go to get loot fast and heals and mats to kill them off spawn. Sorry about that. So what this means is, what if you're landing at your dedicated drop spot and someone else is landing with you? You have to know where every single little bit of loot is, so that if someone does land with you and they get your loot that you were landing on, you know exactly where to go to get more weapons and kill them off spawn. This is another reason why IGL, you need to know exactly what you're doing. And you also need to share that every bit of information with your fragger, so that if this happens to your fragger, they know what to do. It's not just thinking of yourself, right, IGL? You gotta think of your fragger as well. Very, very important. You guys are gonna wanna make sure that you know where everything is and win your fights off spawn. Dying off spawn is some of the worst things that can happen to you in a tournament as a duo, even or as a solo. It's the worst thing that can happen to you. This is how to, you know, make sure that you guys survive every single off spawn. Very important. 110. Once you study the entire map to choose your drop spot, when every fight off spawn, immediately you want to choose a rotation plan right after you loot and farm for mats and win your fights. This means after you get your kills and loot, where are you going to go? Towards more loot, towards more mats, or towards dead side? What is the following game plan? Very important. So a rotation plan is IGL. This is where you come in yet again. You got to know where you're going after you land, right? So say that I land Sandy in Battle Royale. Where am I going after? Am I going to the gas station after to get some more heals, more loot in general? Or am I going more towards the middle? Say, I don't know, what's that place that was in the middle? Well, just more towards the middle, right? Where am I going? IGL, this is your job. So depending on your goal is where you're gonna go. Say that you guys had fights and you guys are low on heals and loot. You guys might want to hit up a gas station or another POI. IGL, make sure that it's somewhere that's not crowded with a lot of people, because you're going to want to survive and not get into more fights, right? Getting into fights is some of the worst things that you can do. IGL, you got to know where everything is around your drop spot and around in the entire map in general, in my opinion, because if you need more loot, you need to have a quick rotation plan towards going towards more loot. Or if you guys are looted up with mats and everything, you guys are ready to rotate, where to go to stay safe? Where can you guys go to base and stay safe? This is very important. Have a rotation plan. Be ready for anything. Depending on the situation, you got to know exactly where to go. And this should involve and include all of your drop spots, not just one of them, all of them. Okay? So study the entire map, honestly, at this point. 111. You want to rotate safely towards your next spot or rotation. If you're going for more loot or mats, you got to do it fast. So this is something that I see a lot of people struggle with. For some reason, they take two. So say that you decide, you know, it's early game still, you got your kills, but you still need to get more loot, right? Or say that you're getting kills and there's people around you. You're drawing attention to yourself, which is fine, right? You're surviving, you're getting your kills, but as soon as you get them, you either leave them and rotate, or you guys, oh, thought something happened, or you guys get the loot from the people that you guys killed and you dip immediately, because you're gonna draw too much unwanted attention. So this is very, very important, right? Whenever you guys want to, whatever you guys want to do, you guys need to do it fast. There's no time for you guys to be taking like a minute or two looting. You got to do it really fast, like within seconds. Like less than a minute, 45 seconds, absolute max, or else you're gonna draw too much unwanted attention to yourself. Even if you guys are just rotating, you guys got your kills, it was completely uncontested, or you guys got your kills, right? And you guys are going to a gas station. Gas stations are visited a lot by enemies. This is where you guys are gonna wanna, you know, loot the entire gas station really fast, get the slurp truck. If you guys have a car, fuel it up really fast, do whatever you gotta do really fast, or it can cost you guys your life. I learned this one the hard way. 112. If you decide to just rotate since you got enough loot, make sure to rotate safely without getting into fights. So I did kind of previously mention this before, but some of the worst things that can happen to you guys, especially if you guys aren't feeling too confident or you guys just aren't very good, is getting into fights. This is going to be some of the worst things that can happen to you guys, because you guys can die early and do really bad in placement points. Remember, IGL. Whenever you're in a tournament, you're not thinking of fragging and getting kills, you're thinking of getting placement points. One kill gets you either 1 point or 2 points, or sometimes in FNCS it gives you no points and it's all placement. Like, you see what I'm saying? And getting first place gets you 60 points. And getting close to first place gets you like 40 points, like top 10 is 40 or something, I don't know, depending on the tournament and depending if it's duos or solos. But placement gets you so many points. Some of the worst things that can happen to you guys is getting into fights in early game or mid game. This is horrible. We're gonna get into mid game later and what it is, but for early game, for now, don't get into any fights. Most of the fights that you guys are gonna want to get into are end game, just to let you guys know. 113. This saves you a lot of ammo and mats, which you will need later for an end game. This is very true. So whenever you guys are in end game, what do you guys need? Mats. You guys need to constantly be rotating. IGL, this is your job. You need to constantly be rotating. You can't be wasting your mats in any type of stupid way at all. And if you run out of mats, Fragger, this is where you give all your hard mats to your IGL and end game, right? So if you guys get into fights early or mid game that you guys don't need, then you guys can lose a lot of mats, and IGL can have trouble tarping and basing, especially in hard mats, because they're, you know, the least frequent type of mats that you guys come across, even when you guys get kills. So you're gonna want to be aware of your mats, take care of your mats, not to mention your ammo. If you guys are height, you guys are gonna want to save that ammo, because you guys are gonna want to be spraying everyone. And if you guys are low ground, then it doesn't matter too much, right? You're going to be mostly tarping and getting into close box fights. But if you're height, then you're going to want to be spraying. Make everyone waste their mats. So you're going to want to save that ammo. Another reason to stay safe and to not get into fights early or mid game. 114. Fun fact, if you manage to survive early game with loot and mats, you'll end up in what's called mid game, which is usually 3 to 5 minutes after you land. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, right? There's early game, mid game, and end game. I think I'm gonna go into this a little more later. But if you guys survive early game, which is 3 to 5 minutes after you guys land, you guys are now in mid game, which is arguably some of the hardest part of the entire tournament, right? Surviving. Since you guys are going to be in tournaments, especially in tournaments, just a little extra tip, you guys might be playing with players that are extremely good and are going to want to look to frag and get kills, get the win with high kills. You guys want to avoid these type of players, which is why you need to base safely in mid game, or at least camp it really well. Honestly, there's no shame in that. As long as you guys get some kills in end game, you guys are good. But mid game, you guys can camp it. Just do whatever you got to do to survive. You don't want to be one of the victims of these pro players that are looking to get high kill wins. Another very important reason to stay safe in mid game and early game. 115 though. Now that you have survived early game and gotten yourself into mid game, you're going to want to play it safe and base and or camp. Make sure you're stacked on everything you have. Make sure you're stacked on everything you need and have movement just in case. Very important. Mid game, so what did I just say, right? You guys are going to want to base, okay, and stay safe inside your base, which by the way should be all metal or brick. Don't want it to be wood. You're going to want to stay extremely safe. If you guys see that it's uncontested mostly all around you, then sure, you guys can use wood, save your hard mats for endgame. but usually just to stay safe, at least brick, right? You guys are gonna want to camp. You guys are gonna want to base. Camping, be careful when you're camping in bushes. Always shoot the bush before you guys get in it. Make sure that it's safe to get in. That's what you're gonna want to do mid-game. 116. Remember, your loadout should always be shotgun, AR, or an SMG. Movement, medkits, and blue heals. Very, very important, right? That's your loadout. I think I covered this more into the video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys right now. In my opinion, an IGL should be carrying a shotgun, an AR, movement, blue heals, and medkits, or the mists, right? Really, really good heals as well. You guys just saw my buddy Narek, my duo Narek, for tournaments, used it in, you know, somewhere around here. It was a very, very good strategy on his part. Extremely, extremely good. You guys are going to want to have all of that, but if you're a fragger, then just change the AR for SMG. You're totally fine, no problem. And I think you actually should, which I'm going to mention later on in the video. But yes, IGL, AR, fragger, SMG, you guys are going to want to see why later. 117. Always keep in mind how much gold you have and where vending machines are to purchase any heals you may need in the future. Also, stay awake of any gas stations. Very true and important. You guys, okay, so if you guys look at a lot of Peterbot, Clicks, Higgs, Boyle, these 4 pro players, you guys will see them survive a lot because they know where every single vending machine is, and they're always aware of how much gold they have. So if they get into a fight and they need heals or out of heals, they know where vending machines are to get to them and get all the heals that they need. IGL, this is very important. No matter where you're landing, drop spot, even if you guys are mid-game or end-game, you're going to want to know where every single vending machine is, and you're going to want to have gold all the time. Very important. IGL, this is your job. This is where you're going to shine, and this is going to help keep you and your team safe. Make sure you know where all the vending machines are. Also gas stations, because they do help a lot. Unless it's like mid or maybe end game, if they're already looted and the zone is too, like, you know, close, then yeah, it's useless. But always keep in mind where every single vending machine is. This is your job, IGO. 118. Remember, if you see people outside your base trying to rotate without tarping or basing and they're out in the open, you and your duo can spray, especially if it's a solo. However, if you don't feel confident, only spray and go for the kill when it's a solo. So this goes into, you know, unnecessary fights, right? Sometimes I'm not telling you to be afraid and to not be confident. I'm just telling you to be smart. Don't take unnecessary fights. But however, most of the time for me that I've been in tournaments and I see people rotating like in a dumb way where they're not protected, or I just see them doing something very dumb or stupid, I know that they're not good, and I feel confident that me and my duo can kill them, and we get 3 kills, right? Extra 2 or 4 points could not hurt. You're gonna want to make sure that they pile up really nice and well towards the end, because they do pile up, trust me. I'm not telling you to be dumb and take every single fight that you guys see for extra points. I'm just telling you, if you guys see extra points, people being dumb, then that's your chance to take them for the extra points, right? I'm not telling you to be scared or to not be confident in your ability to fight. I'm just telling you to be very, very smart. You want to make sure that to remember that the stakes are high. You're not in a ranked game. You're not in a normal scrim. You're in a tournament. 119. Doing this will keep you safe until endgame. We have now made it to endgame. 120. Surviving this means you made it to endgame. Okay, I put that in 2 same tips. Sorry about that. It's okay though. Once you guys survive mid-game and early game, so early game, just to recap, is choosing a drop spot, knowing where all of the loot is, winning all of your fights off spawn, and if it's highly contested, then getting all your loot nice and fast and safely, and going to your next destination, which is going to be your rotation plan. You're going to want to have a rotation plan depending on what you need or what you have or how contested it is. And you're going to want to base or camp it and get your free kills if you see people doing dumb stuff. And once you do that, you will be in what's called endgame. So 121. Now, endgame is arguably the part of the game most people mess up in. People get into fights they do not need and end up dying or low HP health or mats and ammo. So this is very true, right? In endgame, what is endgame? What does it mostly consist of? It consists mostly of either staying height, like you guys see right here, beautiful, right? Me and my duo and Eric are staying on height. This is where a lot of your hard mats are gonna be used. But if we were down there, hard mats are gonna be used as well. It's all basing, right? It's all basing. You can see me and Eric basing on height and spraying from above. This is endgame. Or if you guys are down there, you guys are gonna wanna box up and keep making boxes 2x2s and stuff like that. Or 4x4s, it doesn't matter. Just do anything that you need to stay alive. This is what endgame is. This is where you guys are going to want to, if you guys see people rotating outside of your box without basing, then you guys open up, full spray, get the kill, and box up again. You guys are going to want to stay safe and in your box. If someone's pushing your box, then you got to have multiple so that you can close that up, make sure to hold wall. But if you can't, then you can back up into your other boxes and stay safe, or just tarp around to get away from the enemies. This is what endgame is going to be mostly. You're going to want to stay safe and take fights like being smart only. 122. As an IGL, this is where you need to look more alive in, and this is where it's going to be your sign to shine, because this is where you're going to lead your team to victory. So this is very true. IGL, everything that you do is going to mostly show in endgame. So in endgame, this is where you're going to show everyone what you're made of, right? You're gonna make all of the calls. You're gonna tell your fragger, hey, rush this. I see them being very low. They're getting full sprayed by everyone in the lobby. Rush it. Or we need to get out of here. We're in danger, or anything. This is where it's gonna be your guys' time to shine, okay? IGL, you need to know exactly what you're doing, and you need to be very confident. This is what you have trained for. This is what you have studied for. You gotta know everything to lead your team to victory. Okay. 123. And for the fragger, this is the time to trust your IGL most, and you want to learn his playing style so your strengths complements his brawn. Look for free kills and refreshes for you and your IGL, and if he needs anything, it's your job to have it, whether it's mats or ammo. Very true. Fragger, this is where you're going to want to trust your IGL most in. Fragger, this is where you're going to want to stay stacked up on loot. If you see a free kill lying around, kill them, get their loot, and get to your IGL fast. You should be able to do this without your IGL having to tell you to do it. Like, your job is to make the IGL's job easier by getting kills, protecting, you and your IGL, and getting all the mats, right? Refreshes are so important, and this is where fragger, this is going to be your time to shine. Whenever a refresh is needed, that's where you come in. It's your job to make sure that you and your IGL have everything that you guys need. This is where you're going to want to look most alive in, right? Fragger, trust your IGL. Get everything they need. If they need ammo, they need mats, you got to have it for them. Or if you don't, then look for a refresh somewhere around. This is where you're going to want to trust your IGL the most in. 124. Pro tip, if you're a fragger towards mid game, you can change from AR to SMG and IGL stays on AR, so whenever any one of you runs low on ammo, you can always give each other ammo, and it's like having 1,000 ammo in the game. Very true. This is where the technique that I told you guys about earlier comes in. Fragger, you can have an SMG, and I'm not telling you to have a horrible light ammo gun. I'm not telling you to get a pistol unless you're really good with pistols. You can have a really good SMG, especially in this new season. You guys can have a good SMG and be totally okay with it. By the way, you guys see how that med miss helps? Med miss is very good heals. Fragger, this is where, if you guys, especially if you guys are on height and you guys are full spraying and you guys run out of ammo, if the IGL is on AR and the fragger's on SMG, then you guys can give each other ammo, and you guys have a whole new set of ammo that you guys didn't have before, and you guys wouldn't have unless you know you guys had different, like one of you guys had an SMG and the other an AR. If you guys were both on AR, you guys would be pretty cooked, right? You guys would need a refresh, you guys would need more ammo. Or SMG if you guys are both on SMG, but by one staying on AR, one staying on SMG, you guys work together as a team, and you guys are just like stacked on everything that you guys need. Very important. 125. Your job as an IGL is to rotate and base safely or camp it safely for you and your fragger. But as a fragger, it's your job to do everything your IGL says to perfection, and you look and get free kills. Free kills are solo players that are out in the open through the map, or you see a duo getting sprayed from everywhere and you start spraying them too, trying to get the kills, or you see people in the air and try to fry them, which just means kill them in the air or out of the sky, or you see someone rebooting and you know it's a free kill. But for this one, only do it if you're close and can get the kill fast, and dip before you get any extra unwanted attention. So very true, right? What did I just say? Fragger, get refreshes, get kills, everything. IGL, look alive, keep rotating safely, lead your team to victory. And if you get, by the way, if you guys try to get a kill like from the reboot van and you guys get the re-kill and leave, because people are gonna spray you from everywhere. I'm telling you this from experience. Staying close to reboot van and all the unwanted attention is terrible. That's another pro tip. Just at this point, don't do it. But this is a very important tip, right? This is what endgame is going to mostly consist of. Fragger getting kills, IGL basing, Fragger trusting his IGL, and IGL trusting his own instincts and having enough experience to lead the team. 126. Most likely everyone is going to be boxed up, so you're going to want to be boxed up and safe. And you're going to want to use break of your IGL to tarp and wood of your fragger to fight. Another very good tip, right? I kind of went into this before, but I didn't fully go on explaining this full tip. So an IGL is always going to be basing and tarping in brick or metal. So what does this mean? The fragger needs to have brick and metal for the IGL, but what is the fragger going to use to frag? You're going to want to use mostly, if not like all the time, wood. Since you're fighting, you're going to want to use wood. You're not trying to stay safe where you need that brick, right? You're going to want to use, you know, all your wood. And I know what you're thinking. If I'm giving all of my bricks and all of my metal to my IGL, then how am I supposed to have enough mats for myself? IGL, whenever your fragger's running out of mats, you give them all of your wood. You guys want to help each other out. Based on what you guys are doing, what your guys' role is what you guys are going to want to do for each other and save for each other, right? So what did I say before? The IGL is going to want to save, you know, light ammo for the fragger who's using an SMG. Same for this. IGL, you're going to want to be saving all your wood for your fragger, and fragger, you're going to be saving, sorry about that, all of your hard mats for your IGL, right? This is how it's going to be. You guys help each other out. No one is more important than the other. Help each other out all the time. Fragger, if you need to use your hard mats, then no one blames you. You absolutely can. But most of the time, you're going to want to save those for your IGL, right? I'm not saying that the IGL is more important. I'm just saying he's probably going to need them more. But if you happen to need them more, which is totally possible, then yeah, use them. Feel free. Nothing is hardcore mandatory. You have to do this or you guys are cooked. No. These are the general rules for, you know, playing as an IGL and fragger, but you guys don't have to follow these rules to perfection. Sometimes changing the rules and shifting, going with the flow with what you guys need, sometimes that's going to be better than going the traditional way. So keep that in mind. Nothing is set in stone. You guys can change the rules as you please, as you need. 128. Now there are 3 places you guys can rotate to. This is a very big and a very important tip. Height, low ground, and mid height. If you're on height, which is really good, all you have to do is build in metal and build cones around you and spray from above. This is where that AR/SMG technique is going to come in handy. Then, as less and less people are left, go down and secure the win. So you guys kind of see me and Eric doing this. I don't think it was this game, was it? It's in this one. This is what I'm saying, right? Right here we are height. We are the ones on top of everyone. Building cones around you. Build cones around you and build either in brick or in metal, right? If you guys are on height, you guys are gonna want to be spraying everyone. And as the zone gets closer, you guys keep going down so that you guys don't get knocked down. And especially if you guys are running low on mats, hard mats, right? But most of the time, this is a very easy free win. All you guys have to do is spray and make sure that no one can knock you guys down. So right now, Narek is the one taking the lead. I fell. That was horrible. But I mean, we kind of needed to go down anyways, right? So as you guys see how we dropped as soon as the song's getting closer, we have to fight. This is what you guys are going to want to be doing on height, okay? Very important tip. You guys can continue watching the rest of this clip and see how me and Eric, you know, get the win. You guys see that we just win it, right? Very easy win. Very nice. Very cool, right? 129. However, if you're low ground, it doesn't mean your game is going to shit. It just means you have a chance, an opportunity to fight more and get more kills with your fragger, which if you win is going to help you a lot along with those 60 points for the win. All you got to do is make sure you keep your team safe as an IGL. You got to know when to take a fight and when to leave one. Very true. So low ground, a lot of people think that low ground is horrible and it's going to be the last place that you guys are going to want to be in. That isn't true. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of a clip of us being on low ground, right? This isn't really, it's mostly this, right? Just right here. Eric is low ground, there's people on height. He's not panicking. Low ground isn't bad. Low ground can be very good, especially if you have a lot of faith in your fragger and you're a very good IGL. You can just continue to base, and if you see a free kill around you, go for it. Or if you see people getting pressed by others, go for it. This is a very good chance to get kills and to also go along with all the placement points. Even if you guys don't win it, if you guys get a good amount of kills, you guys get good placement, like at least top 10 to get those big 40 points. 40 points is going to be the very minimum you guys are going to want to get for points in a game. If you guys are getting less than 40 points in a game, then that's when you know you need to get better, right? If you guys get top 10 and you guys are at your 40 points, you guys can frag. And especially if you guys are low ground, get a couple extra kills, right? You guys see this right here? Eric just won it, and he was low ground. The other guy was high ground. It's just how much confident you are, and you know, just how good and how well you play it, depending on how good your IGL is. Low ground isn't bad. It's a very good opportunity and chance to get kills. However, you're going to want to stay safe, because as easy as it is to get kills, it's also as easy for other people to get you as a kill, right? So just stay safe, but you're good. Low ground isn't bad. 130. Now for the last one, mid height, which means you're high over low ground, but there's still plenty of fights and people on high ground. Now, in my opinion, as long as you're protected by builds above you, you're safe. To stay safe from the people on high ground. But if it's straight up your tarp and the one above yours, which is the enemies, you'll get sprayed down either way. So either take over height and stay there, or fight low ground. Very true. The only place that's really bad in my opinion is mid height, because there isn't people there, or at least not many people there. And so whenever there's a lot of people, and which is usually low ground where everybody is, everyone is worried about so many people around them that it kind of gives you a chance to move freely, right? Because they're not really thinking, oh, it's just a few people, we can frag, right? This is where mid height is going to be very dangerous, because there's not going to be enough people for you guys to frag and get kills, but there's going to be just enough people for you guys to die. And especially if you guys are mid height and there's people like above you, which mid height, that's always going to be the case. If you're mid height, then there's always going to be someone above you. They can spray you and kill you while you guys are in fights. This is very, very bad. If you want to take height, you guys are going to want to do nothing but straight retakes to get on height really, really fast and safely. Just straight up retakes. Retake after height retake after height retake after height retake. To get up there safely and take over height. However, if you guys want to get to low ground, then just base safely towards low ground. There's a couple tips that you guys can use from other videos to get to low ground safely without getting sprayed from above. I don't show you guys in this video, but unfortunately I forgot. I just now remembered. But you guys, there's ways to get to low ground safely. You guys are never gonna want to stay mid height unless it's really uncontested, but that's rarely ever going to be the case. Usually it's hell mid height, so definitely either get to low ground or get to high ground. Okay, 131 fraggers. If you're mid height and want to take height, to go up, do nothing but retakes and don't be out in the open doing 90s to go up, or the trick I showed you before, just do retakes. Learn a lot of retakes. It's very important you know how to do this. So unfortunately, I already said this, right? But this is going to be 131. Nothing but straight retakes. And there's a trick that I showed you guys earlier to get height safely. That's whenever you guys are in a fight and you guys want to take over height. To get to actual height in end game, where you gotta like base up, straight retakes. Learn as many retakes as you guys can and just get over there. You guys don't want to be you know, getting up or trying to get up and you guys get sprayed and die, right? That's going to be the last thing you guys are going to want to do. So nothing but retakes. Stay safe. Get to height. 132. Now that you are safe and either low or high ground, now is the time to either fight or spray from above. So zone is going to get closer. If you guys stayed safe in early end game, based up, getting free kills, you guys are either high or low ground. You guys know what not to do at least. Here's what to do now that you guys have survived all of that and the storm is actually getting really, really close, and you know, the circle's just getting closer and closer and closer and smaller. If you guys are height, spray. If you guys are low ground, base and stay safe and get all of your kills. Let's call this mid end game. That's where everything is going to come in handy, right? If you guys are height, spray. If you guys are low ground, then fight or stay safe and box stuff for placement points. If you guys don't feel too confident fragging, that's totally fine. Just stay safe. Okay, 134. No, sorry, 133. If you're fighting, stay alive and don't die at any costs, even if you get separated from your duo. If you're height, don't get knocked down slowly. Don't get knocked down. Slowly go down safely as the circle gets smaller and smaller. Okay, so this is very important. Stay safe at all costs and don't die. A lot of people say, oh no, you got separated from me and that's why we died. Maybe if you stayed with your teammate, you guys would have both died. You guys want to be very smart about this. You don't want to wuss out and say, no, like you guys could have won that, but you guys don't because you wussed out or you did something dumb and stupid. I'm not saying do any of that. I'm saying if you know that you did the right thing leaving, then good. Just stay safe, stay alive at all costs. Even if just one of you guys is alive and you're getting points, both of you get those points. So just stay alive, stay safe. Make sure that at least one of you is getting the placement points, okay? If the fragger dies, IGL, stay alive and play it very, very smart. Fragger, if your IGL dies, then play it very, very smart. Your IGL is going to give you comps as he spectates you. Make sure you do everything that he tells you to do. Very important. Trust your IGL and do everything he tells you to do. If you guys are one of those people that say that comps makes you uncomfortable and that you guys can't lock in, fix that. That's very stupid and it makes me crash out. That ass rage baits me. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. IGL, if you die and you're spectating your fragger, give him comps. Don't let them tell you to not give them comps because there's a reason for you being an IGL. 134, fragger, remember to do everything your IGL says and stay alert. So this is very important, right? What did I just say? Fragger. This is where I see a lot of, okay, so this is actually crazy, right? I will see a lot of fraggers just go out there and do whatever they want to do without listening to their IGL. You will see Peterbot do that a lot with Boyle. Peterbot does that because he's Peterbot. I see people doing that and they're nowhere near as good as like they should be to be fragging alone. That annoys the fuck out of me. Don't do that. IGL, do exactly, sorry, fragger, do exactly what your IGL says and just don't think on your own. That's not your job, right? Just listen to what your IGL says. And if obviously you're trying to do something smart and you see something that you can do that your IGL maybe isn't fully aware of, then yeah, take advantage, right? And do what you got to do. Your IGL would appreciate it. But anything that you know is dumb, you know what you're going to do. If you know what you're going to do is dumb, don't do it. Just don't. Okay? Very important tip. 135, Fragger. The most important thing you can have in game is fast reflexes and a lot of muscle memory and experience to lead your team to victory. So I meant IGL, not Fragger. IGL. A lot of people tell me like, yo, what if I'm struggling to make decisions? And what if I'm struggling to lead the team to victory? What if I don't know what to do in a lot of situations? IGL, you always need to know what to do in every single scenario and situation you can possibly encounter. But if you don't, it's just a sign that you don't have enough experience and confidence. So what you're going to want to do is get your fragger and practice together. You guys are going to want to hop into endgame, realistics and stuff like that. So it's going to be maps on creative. Get into endgame, dual endgame maps. There's two very good ones that I don't know if I showed you guys before. I may or may have not, but you guys can just look them up on Fortnite. Practice IGL. This is where your skills are going to be honed, and where you guys are going to want to, try your hardest and learn everything you guys possibly can. This is how you're going to learn IGL, by actual practice, not to mention actually watching IGLs do their thing, right, on YouTube. If you guys, whoever your IGL is, maybe it's Boyle, maybe it's Higgs, maybe it's Yamzo, it doesn't matter. Whoever your favorite IGL is, go watch. And I have a very big surprise for you guys that has to do a lot with this tip. So stay until the very end of the video, because you guys are going to want to see what that amazing gift from me to you guys is, and for free, by the way. I'm not charging you guys anything for watching this video or for using any of the tools that I'm going to give you guys, which some of them are going to be literally made by me for you guys. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that very big important tool and tip that you're going to want to use for later on, especially as an IGL, if you struggle a lot with knowing what to do with this tip. 136. If nothing of this makes sense, then either watch gameplay or go into duo and game practice with your duo. If none of the stuff that I'm saying in this entire video and section is making sense to you guys, as an IGL especially, okay, this is really, really bad. If nothing of this is making sense to you guys, this is terrible, especially as an IGL. Hop into duo endgame, put everything I just said to practice, really listen to what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying, and put it into practice into duo endgame. Or watch a lot of videos. Oh, look at this. The surprise that I was just telling you guys about is going to be the next step. 137. I will leave my personal Fortnite study gameplay playlist public on my channel the day after this upload, so you can study everything I've learned too. It's so seriously though, not to be, an ego or something, right? Have an ego or anything. Sorry. I wanted to be nice and give you guys a little something to get started with. If you guys are saying, okay, I do want to study and I do want to, learn a lot, but I don't know where to start, or you guys don't know where to start, then you guys can start with my playlist. I'm going to leave a playlist. I don't know if I'm going to leave it linked down below, or you guys are going to have to go to my channel to watch it. Either way, it's going to be somewhere around there. You guys can find it and watch all of the videos that I have in that playlist. They're not in any specific order, but these are very good, important videos that you guys are going to want to use to study. Whether you're a fragger, you're an IGL, or you're a support, I have everything down there because I went through this as well, and I had to watch all of these videos to get better. These are videos that I actually watched to get better. And I'm going to be constantly adding videos to this playlist, by the way, because I'm constantly studying gameplay. I'm going to be adding videos to this playlist. I don't want to say every day, but I like to watch a lot of Fortnite videos every day. So maybe every day, or at least very close to every day. I'm going to leave so much down there. It's going to help you guys a lot. It's going to be a great place to get started for sure. So definitely want to make sure that you check that out, because it's going to help you guys, especially if nothing of what I'm saying is making sense to you guys. And that's crazy. You guys need to really study a lot and learn a lot, but it should be making sense though, or at least kind of. Okay, very important. 138. At this point with zone closing in, you should be getting all the kills either way and be ready for a final 2v2v2 or 1v2v2v2. This is going to be both of your guys' chances to shine and show everyone what you're made of. So if you guys are doing everything that I've said so far, then you guys are going to be in the last final stages of endgame. This is where you guys are going to want to, you know, shine and get the win. You guys are either going to be 3rd or 5th place, or 1st place, or 2nd or 4th. No fucking shit. It sounded better in my head. But you guys are going to get high placement. It's up to you guys to get 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. It's going to be very big for you guys in the tournament. It's going to come down to either a 2v2v2 or a 1v2v2v2. Or maybe an extra, 4 teams, 2v2, v2, 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 or something like that, right? I'm getting confused. But you guys know what I'm saying, right? This is where you guys are going to want to shine and make sure that you guys get all the kills and that you guys actually win it. This is usually how you know that you're going to get a win when, there's very few people left, like 10. Then that's where you guys are going to want to stay the most safe in, and also be annoying towards other enemy players. Spray everyone, base, stay safe, stay on the move, keep basing, do whatever you got to do to stay alive and be annoying towards others so that more people die. Even if you don't get the kills and someone else gets them from you guys, it doesn't matter, because people dying means that you guys go up in placement and that you guys get more points towards the end. Very important. That's how you guys know you guys are about to win or about to get really high placement. You guys, there's only 10 people left, which is like top 5. Very important tip. That's what it's going to come down to. 2v2v2v2 or 1v2v2v2, which is where you guys are going to want to look most alive in. Keep that in mind. That's how you know you're going to get high placement or get the win. 139. Always give each other comms no matter what, even if you're dead and spectating. That's when you're going to want to give the most comms. This is what I'm saying. So sometimes people say that they get annoyed by comms. Very stupid. Slap him in the face. Do whatever you got to do. Make sure that they never say this. This annoys the fuck out of me and it rage baits me, because comms is what's gonna define you guys from being a mid duo or a great duo. This is what's gonna define you guys by either being, Peterbot and Boyle, or your favorite duo that sucks ass. I know duos that don't work great together, that they suck as a duo, that they're very good individually in solos, but as a duo they suck. They can't work together. That's because they don't give each other enough comms, or they don't know how to give each other comms. I know that my duo, for example, when I'm playing with A-Bug, I know that I like to keep the comms simple, like in front of you, behind you, 2x2, 2x2, stuff like that, right? But when I'm playing with, for example, Crazy right here, his name's Nerd, and I know that he likes a lot of comms. I'm like, you're 225, which is just me keep telling him how much mats he has, right? Or I'm like, in front of you, this many people left, stuff like that. Some people like a lot of comms, some people like simple comms. Know what kind of comms your duo likes, and make sure that you give them good comms and that they're comfortable, right? That the comms are complementing your guys' gameplay, not making it worse, right? Don't be annoying, but also give them all the comms, the necessary comms that they need. 140. Let each other know how much mats and ammo you each have, and if one of you gets a kill, the other gets the finish. Very important. So I see a lot of people, like for example, the fragger gets a kill and he tries to go for the re-kill and then he dies because he draws too much attention to himself. Very, very dumb. Even if you don't get the re-kill, dip. Kill someone and then IGL. Since fragger needs to get to safety, the IGL can get the re-kill and you guys get the point. But never one person's going to want to get the kill and get the re-kill. Especially in endgame, you draw too much unwanted attention to yourself and you could die. Right? Always stay with your teammate and stay safe no matter what at all costs. I see a lot of people do this mistake. Don't be one of those people that do that mistake, right? Learn from everything that I'm telling you. 141. Stay safe and stay alert and stay together and alive at any cost. So I see a lot of people get separated. I know that I told you guys before that it's fine to get separated. It is fine. But sometimes people get separated for no reason or for not a good enough reason. Say that a fragger fried someone and they're cracked and he's like, I'm going for the kill right here, and then the IGL doesn't follow. Very bad reason to get separated. Very, very bad. if the IGL tells you to leave the fight and you guys don't leave it and you guys still want to take it just because you guys got them low, that could be why you guys are dying. Always stay together. Listen to what your IGL is telling you to do, and don't be stupid. If you guys are getting sprayed by 50 people and you guys need to, like, you know, run in different directions, that's fine. But you get together afterwards as soon as you can. Or if you guys don't need to get separated, don't get separated. Stay alive, stay alert, and stay together. That's a very good way to get a win. 142. Don't be afraid to use your mats and ammo and resources, but at the same time, don't use them stupidly. So, there's a little bit of a tip, right? If you guys are hype and no one is paying attention to you guys, use brick. But if people are constantly trying to spray you down, use metal. But never use wood for that. That's just an example. Never use wood. Stuff like that, you guys just gotta know. IGL, you gotta know when to use your mats. You guys see this right here? We were kind of getting into fights, so we were using wood. We weren't exactly height just yet. We didn't decide that we were gonna take height, but then we were like, wait, we can take height. And then you guys see me use brick, and you guys see my fragger use wood. So right now he's kind of leading, but when I'm the one basing and tarping, I use my brick, right? Very important. Just don't use your mats in a stupid way. Don't be afraid to use them. If you guys need to tarp and base, do it in your hard mats. But if you guys don't need to base, you guys can crouch and stay under people's bases and stay safe. Sorry about that. Then there's no reason for you guys to be using your mats and tarping, right? If you guys can use other people's tarps and bases, do it. Especially if they're uncontested. You guys never want to use your mats when you don't need them. When you don't need to use them. Never use your mats when you don't need to use them. That's a very good way to die if you guys are doing that. But if you guys can use your mats in a good way, then you guys are gonna win. Maybe it comes down to a 2v2 or 1v1 and the other team is low on mats because you sprayed them, and you guys use your wood because you guys didn't exactly need your hard mats. Then you guys are good because you guys are going to be fighting with the best type of mats, right? Hard mats, while the other team is using wood because it's really all they have, or they're very low on their hard mats already. Very good way to stay alive and to get your wins. Use your mats and resources accordingly. Don't use them in a dumb way, but also use them when you need them. Very good way to stay alive and to win. To be smart, right? IGL, this is going to be your job to explain to your fragger and to understand yourself very good on like a very good level, very high level. Okay. 143. One good way to stay alive is to IGL and rotate your team consistently and never staying in one spot long enough to be vulnerable. Always be on the move. Make it hard for people to target you across the map. Just be quick and stay on the move. So I see Peterbot and Boyle do this a lot. They do this because they frag. So you see Peterbot constantly rotating across the map, getting kills. You see Boyle staying safe. So Boyle doesn't really be doing that, right? He just stays safe. Peterbot is the one that constantly moves. But Boyle dies a lot because he stays in the same place and he doesn't look confident, right? So especially in FNCS and big tournaments, if you're staying in one spot, people are going to be like, yo, they're staying in one spot. They don't look that good. Let's full spray them and go for the kill. Boyle is just like some of the best pro tier 1 players, but sometimes he gets 2v1'd because Peterbot isn't there, and well, that just sucks, right? So a good way to stay alive is for you and your team to stay on the move consistently. I'm not saying use all of your movement and go flying across the map all the time. I'm just saying if you guys are basing and it's been like a good couple seconds or minute and you guys are like, okay, this is giving me not a very good feeling, then, you know, very important, you guys can crouch and stay on your people's bases and move, or you guys can, if you guys have like good mats, base around, make sure that you have a lot of space to move, because you guys can rotate from within your own box. If you guys have like a gazillion boxes, then make sure that you guys move accordingly and always never stay in one little piece of your entire base and stay in one box. You guys are going to want to be moving constantly to stay on the move and to stay safe. Make sure that no one has a good chance to get a lock on you and to kill you and full spray. Very important. 144. Med miss and flowberry miss are always good, especially in endgame, free movement and heals while keeping everyone blind. I don't see enough people using Med Mist and Flowberry Mist. I don't see enough people using this. You guys will see my duo right here. Use a Med Mist instead of using a Med Kit. Med Kits are obviously better than Med Mists, but you guys are going to want to keep Med Mists in your inventory if you guys don't have Med Kits. I see a lot of people like, oh, I have a Med Mist but not a Med Kit. Okay, I'm going to leave the Med Mist and take something else, like a weapon. No, you need white heals no matter what. Don't sleep on the Med Mist. They're very, very good. And the Flowberry Mist, they're so goated. Especially this season, they're very, very good. Keep them in your inventory, especially as an IGL, because this is good movement and heals for you and your team. Fragger, you want to have a lot of medkits and, you know, minis. Very important. But IGL, don't be afraid to use all of your whites and blues, no matter what they are, at your disposal. Okay, always use what you got it, what you have. Okay, I see a lot of people sleep on this. Don't sleep on me. 145. Don't be afraid to tarp and base and storm ahead of time if you have whites or extra heals. So I kind of showed you guys this before when I was showing you guys the mechanics and stuff. You guys can base and tarp and storm if you guys have a little bit extra white heals, or if you guys are just really stacked on white heals and it's getting really close to end game. Look at it this way. If you guys have whites, storm might kill you. But if you guys stay where it's not safe, just because you guys are like, I don't want to be in storm, then you guys will die because people will kill you. Use all of your resources at your disposal. Don't be afraid to use them. Don't be afraid to get techie. Basing in storm is techie. It can be. I mean, unless you guys don't need to and you guys are being stupid about it, then yeah, don't do it, right? But if it's getting really dangerous inside circle and you guys see the next zone and you guys kind of pulled, then get into it early and base to stay safe. Don't stay in the middle of the action where you guys are going to get sprayed for sure. Always play to the I might die rather than the I will die, right? You might die in storm, but you'll definitely die to people if you guys are in the middle of the entire action. You guys are unsafe and tarping and basing in wood. Even if you guys are using hard mats, you know, you guys can still die. If everyone is spraying you, you guys will die. So don't be afraid to use this, and don't be afraid to get techie. You guys can base and tarp and storm as long as you guys have extra white heals, or you guys are just decently stacked on white heals. Very important. Just stay alive. Do whatever you gotta do to stay alive and get all the placement points. 146. Never ever underestimate yourself and your duo in a fight. If you have to fight, play to your strengths and make sure the other team play on your turf and on your rules. This is why box fights is so important. Endgame is all about box fights. It's very rarely realistics. Realistics are good for, you know, if it's a solo and you guys want to frag, that's when realistics is going to be very good. But even then, it's mostly box fights and endgame. So if people want to kill you, make sure that they have to get to your box and try to take your wall, because that's where you guys control everything. If everything around you is yours, you guys control everything. Play to your strengths. Never push someone on their own box. Never. Make sure that they're the ones pushing to you in your box. Or if they're full spraying you, make sure that you guys are tarping around and building a lot of boxes so that they don't know which box to shoot. They're going to eventually run out of ammo or have to go, or they're going to draw too much unwanted attention to themselves and they're going to be the ones getting sprayed next. It is very possible that you guys get sprayed. If someone's already spraying you, then other people might jump in trying to get the free kill. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't sleep too much today, but just, you know, stay safe and make sure that you guys are doing all the right stuff. Okay, make sure that people are fighting on your turf and that you guys are playing to your strengths in your own box. Never fight on other people's boxes. Very important. 147. Always trust your IGL to lead you to victory, and don't be afraid to give your own comms, even as a fragger, if there's anything you have or know to help that can help. So I see a lot of people suffer from this, which is just being shy, especially if you don't know your IGL that well. You're like, I see something happening, I can get a free kill, but should I take it? Should I tell my IGL about it? What if I need a little bit of help? Should I tell the IGL? Stuff like that. Yes, fragger, very important that you also give your own comms to your IGL. Very, very important. I see a lot of people suffer from being shy. Don't be shy. Get to know your IGL. Feel safe with them. You gotta feel safe with them because they're gonna be the ones leading you. Don't be afraid to give your own comms to your IGL. Obviously, don't give dumb fucking comms like, I don't know. You're like, cracked, I'm full rushing, and you're like full rushing, and they're halfway across the map, and you guys have to use your whites and your movement, and you guys have to use a lot of mats. Then that's pretty dumb, right? Tell your IGL so that your IGL can slap you in the face and tell you fuck no. But at the same time, if someone's really close to you, they're low, they're using wood, you're like, yo, help me spray this guy, we can get a free kill. Sure, very good comp, right? Always give each other comms. Just don't be stupid about it. 148. If you happen to be solo because your teammate died, follow the same steps as mid-game, only take smart fights, and spray the solos and play it safe towards the win. So this is very important. I see a lot of people, especially pros, right? You guys will see them have to solo clutch. Like Shark, he recently solo clutched and he did very good. Josh Riley is known for solo clutching a lot. Peterbot, literally known for solo clutching in FNCS lands. Crazy. What do you guys do if you guys aren't Peterbot and you guys need to solo clutch? Play it safe. Base, tarp, and only get free kills. Only free kills. Don't fight people that you guys are 2v1ing. Or even if it's a 1v1 and they're safely boxed up and tarped, don't take it. If you guys see people that are not safe and that are not tarped up, you guys see free kills, take them. But play it safe mostly. This is how you win. This is how you clutch. Play it safe. And a little bit of a pro tip: stay extreme low ground or extreme high ground, especially as a solo. If you're on high ground and you're a solo, spray everyone. Make sure that you don't get sprayed down, so that you guys can get the easy win. Play it extremely safe. Spray anyone who's getting in your way. Or if you're extremely low ground, I'm not saying tarp up in people's boxes, but you know how sometimes you guys can get under people's tarps and stuff like that? Play it extremely safe. Get under their tarps and boxes. Just hide, camp it, do whatever you gotta do. Survive, get free kills, but survive. It's gonna be the best thing that you guys can do. Survive, survive, survive. Especially as a solo. 149. Make sure everything's reloaded and take things slow. You always have so much time. You never have to fight no matter what. Do not fight people in their own boxes. So I said this a lot. Don't fight people in their own boxes. And take things very slow. I see people that, for example, Kanata gave this tip to me. I actually have one of his videos, and where he gave this tip, I have it in the playlist, so you guys can go watch it for yourselves. But he gives this very important tip. You guys can take things slow, because if you guys are moving too fast, where it's end game, you guys have to solo clutch, and you want to frag everyone. Once you get a kill, more people are going to be drawn towards you, and you're going to have to fight again. You're going to be low on mats, low on heals if you guys got low HP from that last fight. Or if you guys had to use all of your ammo, it takes a good 3 seconds to reload all your guns, or like 5, or even longer, depending on how many guns you have and what guns you have. It takes a good while. It takes a good second to reload your guns. So take things very slow. Prioritize safety over fragging as a solo or as a fragger. Doesn't matter. Take things very, very slow. You guys will see me and Eric right now. Literally, we could be going down there and fragging everyone. We're taking things very nice and slow. We're just spacing and tarping around in cones and hard mats while we're spraying. That's all we're doing. We're taking things very slow. You guys never have to do anything. Okay? I see people struggle with this a lot, especially under high pressure where they're in the middle of where all the action is. Get out of there, regroup, stay safe, and stay calm, right? Take things slow. You never have to take a fight. You never have to do anything. Very important tip. 150. Doing all of this is going to lead you into victory, and if I missed anything, there's so many videos out there to help you watch, to help you that you can watch, and I leave my personal playlist down below or on the channel, which is a great place to start. And a little something I want to give you guys. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm letting you guys in on everything I know.
Oh my goodness.
Very true. I am letting you guys in on everything that I know. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm not keeping anything a secret. Everything I know is in this entire video. And if there's anything that I forgot, make sure to comment down below what that is so I can make another video later on that's not as long, with just all of you answering all of you guys' questions. make sure you guys leave them in the comments down below. But I think I covered about everything. Following all of these tips, making sure that you guys understand what I'm saying in every single one of these tips, and that you guys can get good at following every single one of these tips. It's gonna guarantee you guys a victory. I promise. Just stay safe, stay together, and play it very smart. That concludes this section. I hope you guys learned a lot and use all of these tips to win, whether you guys are playing scrims, ranked, or even tournaments. You guys know I've placed really well in non-earning tournaments, but I've yet to learn more myself and make my earnings. With ending in only 800th place in Div 3, but placing top 10 consistently in ranked duo cups, I feel confident and good enough to make earnings in the future. Stay posted for more videos like these, and stay alerted. Stay alert if I make crazy good earnings to check that and verify that all of the tips are actually good and useful. With all of that being said, I'll leave you guys in the very last section of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and stayed long enough for the 5 ultimate tips to get better at Fortnite. See you guys there. That is going to conclude section number 5, which is going to be most of the sections. The next one is pretty short. It's just 5 very big tips for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope that you guys enjoyed all of these tips, that you guys can use all of these, and you guys actually use all of these, because I know they will help. I know that some of you guys have been waiting for this video to drop for like weeks. I'm sorry for making you guys wait. I hope this was all worth it. I hope I explained everything really well. If you guys have any questions, like I said before, just leave them down in the comment section down below, and I will answer a lot of them in either YouTube Shorts or in a dedicated video towards answering all of you guys' questions if it's a big amount of questions. I hope that you guys have seriously enjoyed. I hope this helps you guys. Stay awesome, stay positive, and stay alerted, just in case that I make my earnings, so that you guys can verify that, all of these tips actually help, and they're not just like from some random guy that isn't good at the game. Okay? I hope that you guys have enjoyed. Let's hop right into the next section, which is the last one. I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright everyone, and we are back with the ultimate 5 tips for you guys. These are the last 5 tips for you guys that I have. So I guess this is goodbye. But I do hope that you guys enjoy these last 5 tips. I didn't really have to think much about most of these tips. 3 of them I already knew right off the top of my head what was going to help you guys to get there, to be up there with the big dogs. Peterbot, Clicks, Zen, Status, Bolts, Josh Riley, Shark. All these guys that I'm mentioning, they're not even IGLs. They're just incredibly good players. They're mostly fraggers actually, and they're just incredibly good. This is what's going to put you on top alongside them. Okay, this is what they all have in common, but I'm going to leave those last 3 very defining tips for the end. For now, let's get started with the first one. Changing your keybinds. Every single one of these pro players that I just mentioned have something in common. They all changed their keybinds at some point. If you guys have been playing with your same keybind since you got started, that's probably one of the reasons why you're not evolving and advancing in your mechanics. It's because you're not making any changes. I'm not telling you to consistently and constantly change your keybinds. I'm just telling you, if you haven't done that, do it now. Stay with them for a week. Try them out. If they're not really helping you, drop them and get better ones. Not go back to your old ones, get better ones. Just change them around until you find the ones that are great for you. Not to mention, another very important detail about this is every single one of these pro players that I just mentioned, funnily enough, they all use the same button to reset their builds. Right click. This is the #1 reset button for all of your builds. If you guys haven't hopped on this button yet, then do it. If you guys are on Q, caps lock, anything, fuck that. Get on right click. That is another one that's going to help you guys a lot. You guys will also hear about optimal keybinds. It's not really a thing. I mean, I guess maybe E and Q for your cone and floor. But other than that, they don't really exist. I mean, look at the #1 player in the world right now, Peterbot. His keybinds are anything but optimal, bro. Crazy keybinds. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look him up. Look up some gameplay of him playing. He's literally like, his hand looks like a spider on the keyboard. So that is the number one tip that will definitely help you guys get up there with the pros. This is one of the big three that I know I didn't even have to think about. I just know it's gonna help you guys get up there. Number two, this is not one of the big three, but please do not take this one lightly. Build a bond with your duo. Hang out and talk to your duo outside of Fortnite. So this is very true. Something that's gonna put you and your duo over the top, like Peterbot and Boyle and Clicks and Higgs and Josh Riley and Yamza and all these other pros, what's gonna put you up there with them as a duo with your duo, not just yourself, it's gonna be building a better bond. You guys will see Clicks and Higgs hang out a lot outside of just Fortnite. They play scrims together, they play ranked together. They don't just do tournaments together. So if you guys are one of those people that only play tournaments with your duo, stop that. You need to hang out with them, not just inside of Fortnite to practice, ranked, scrims and creative. You also need to hang out with them outside of Fortnite. This will help you create a stronger bond because, look at Clicks and, you know what? Let's change from Clicks and Higgs, right? Let's look at Peterbot and Boyle. Peterbot has literally said it on stream and on other streamers' stream that he will only play FNCS with Boyle. He said it himself, he won't play with someone that he doesn't get along with, that he doesn't like. Be like Peterbot and Boyle. They're probably the best duo out there. They get each other and they really love each other as like a brother. I think as brothers, I think they really do have that love and bond. So that's what's going to put you guys up there. Please do not sleep on this one. This is going to help you a lot, you and your duo. Please. Number three, ping and FPS. No pro player is ever on console or on high ping or high FPS. Maybe they start out that way, but then if like the second that they can do something about it, they do something about it. If you guys are on PC right now and you guys are not on Wi-Fi, switch to Ethernet. If you guys are on console, switch to Ethernet. You need that ping. No matter how far away you are from your servers, if you guys are on PC, I have something that can help you guys. If you guys haven't heard of tweaks for your PC, look them up. There are a couple of tweaks that you guys can use. The one that I think a lot of pros use, like Booga and Higgs, is Hone, H-O-N-E. I think you can download this on your Epic Games launcher, or you can just go to the website and download it there. Get tweaks. They are free, but there's a paid version which will help you guys if you guys have the money. It's not even that much. It's like $100 for a lifetime use or something. At least that's how it is for EXM. I'm not sure about Home just yet, but it doesn't matter. You guys should be able to save up for these tweaks and use them. However, if you guys are streamers or if you guys record, then you probably aren't gonna want to mess with these tweaks too much because they will mess with your stream and your ping and your FPS. If you change a lot while you guys are streaming, then it can actually make it worse. Make sure you guys get a backup before you guys do any changes at all. But yeah, and then for your ping, you're gonna want to switch to Ethernet, or if you guys are already on Ethernet but you guys only are getting stable ping, which makes sense, it doesn't give you zero ping unless you're like exactly on the same city as the servers are in, get gear up or exit lag. Either one is good. I hear a lot of people talk a lot about gear up. It's the new up and coming one. Try both of them, see which one works best for you. Don't try both of them at the same time. I don't think that's good. Try one at a time, see which one is better. I think if you guys get EXM, it comes with ping tweaks or Hone, but if you guys aren't into that and you guys want something that's only specifically for your ping, then yeah, you guys can get gear up or exit lag, or you guys can just get one. If you guys have excellent FPS but are low on ping, just get the ping one, right? The gear up or exit lag. If you guys are struggling with both and you guys only want one, EXM or Hone are really good. There are other tweaks out there, not just the 4 that I just mentioned. You can look more up, see which one's better for you depending on the game that you play, but obviously it's probably Fortnite. For Fortnite, yeah, a lot of these pros use Hone. I know that Hone has like on their presets a couple of pro players settings that you guys can use for yourself. So keep that in mind, okay? That's going to be number 2. Number 4, the ultimate thing that puts you up there with the pros. Wait, did I skip one or am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. I didn't skip one. Number 4, the ultimate thing that puts you up there with the pros like Peterbot, Zen, Josh Riley, Bolts, and even Status is being able to constantly and consistently quad edit. It's what sets them apart from anyone else. If you guys are wondering what makes them them, it's the fact that they can quad edit consistently. There are tier 1 pros like Boyle that can quad edit now, but back then, if you guys look at one of the videos where people are like, what really defines you and Boyle? Like they were asking Peterbot what really defines you, Peterbot, and Boyle. What sets you guys apart is Peterbot was like, I can quad edit. He told Boyle to quad edit. Boyle did one good quad edit and then he messed up on the second one. And Peterbot got like, I don't know how many quad edits right. This is what will guarantee make you as good as the pros. Being able to consistently quad edit. That is going to be number 4. This is going to be the big 3 that I told you guys about. That I just knew. I didn't even have to think about it. I just knew. That was going to be part of the ultimate top 5. And number 5, the ultimate pro tip, number 1 out of all of these. How can you get faster and how can you get better mechanics and how can you guys quad edit? It's all in the mechanics v5 map that I gave you guys earlier. Master every single one of the categories in there and I guarantee you will be able to consistently quad edit. That's what I am currently working on right now. Mastering all of them to make sure that I can quad edit. Peterbot said this himself. Kanata has as well on stream. I don't know if there's videos out there of that, but I have watched some of their streams and I heard them say it. So I know this is 100% right. You guys will never hear this tip anywhere else because I don't know if others heard this on stream, but this was some of those on stream only type of things and not YouTube type of things that you guys can look up clips on it. I heard this myself from them. And this is honestly possibly exclusive to me and this video. With that being said, that is going to sum up the 5 ultimate tips for you guys, and that, you know, that means that this is where the video ends. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed. Stay awesome, stay positive. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you guys liked it, if you guys want a better version that's less than 3 hours. Anything. Any of your guys' thoughts, let me know in the comments. I appreciate every single one of you guys if you stayed till the end. I love you all. Stay awesome, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.